Warning. The B3F podcast may contain language or subject matter that may not be suitable for kids. You've been fucking warned. Check out some friends of the show. The Two Brothers Podcast. The Trevor Jackson Podcast. Dem Jackson Boys. The Dumbass Dudes Podcast. Pop Culture Warrior. Happened in the 90s podcast. Follow at The Andy Harris on Twitter. Go to our website at b3fpodcast.com for merch. Click on Tell Us What You Really Think to leave a completely anonymous review of each of us.
Oh,
yeah, just some sick fuckers and I like that.
Enjoy the show, you cunts.
Hey, buddy.
What's up?
Yeah, I still feel like I need to recover from last weekend.
Yeah, that was something.
Yeah, and then I went right into a ridiculous week.
Yeah, I know.
And then I drank so much on Thursday.
I've not caught up on my sleep from being in the car for so long. So,
yeah.
But we're going to go over that tonight a little bit of a debrief. But I got...
what are we drinking?
I have two bottles here.
Okay.
In the interest of old school.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you got some fucking Mad Dog
2020 Electric
yes.
Melon. Grape with natural flavors and artificial colors.
All
13% alcohol. Serve chilled. That's why we have ice.
Yeah.
So, but also...
Ooh, the Orange
Mad
Jubilee.
Dog Orange Jubilee.
That's me. That's my game on.
That's what I'm going to start with as well. But
Oh
yeah.
shit!
They didn't have the orange in the bigger bottle.
Yeah.
Interestingly enough, each bottle costs the same amount. It doesn't
Really?
matter which
That's
size.
fucking weird.
It is. But I found you have to go to Prohibition Wine and Spirits.
I went
over
to
on
Prohibition.
Kingston. Well,
Last time.
I just had to ask them.
You know what's fun? Okay, you know what's funny? Because I went to get some, and the guy was like, "I mean, in our computer we have some, but he looked over, he's like, we don't have it, I guess."
And they had like 4 or 5
and he told me, he said, "Well, well, damn it, after you leave, he goes, I'm gonna find this shit." So I bet was it a dude that helped you find it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I looked around, and then I finally just went to the counter and said, "You guys have Mad Dog?" And he looked at me, I was like, 2020, Mad Dog 2020. And he was like, "Oh yeah." And he came out and because that's all we got right there.
Yeah.
And they had like the Orange Jubilee, the melon. I think they didn't have grape because that's what I was looking for. That's
Right.
the one I remember from back in the day.
Yeah.
They had peaches and cream.
Ugh.
Yeah, I didn't get that. And then I can't remember the other one now.
Okay.
Whatever. Regardless. So
All right. Let's
Orange
hit it
Jubilee.
up. Oh shit.
Oh, it looks like it needs to be shaken up a little
Dude,
bit.
I don't know why, but for some reason these headphones are really left heavy.
Really?
Yeah. It's very
Interesting.
strange. It doesn't
Oh.
matter. I mean, it's probably something with the connector, but not that it matters for anything else. Just
Sure.
For my own complaining. Let me get that a little closer. You good?
No, we're good.
All right.
Ah,
Cheers to you. This looks like fucking Kool-Aid. I'm
it
so
does,
happy.
doesn't it? Oh,
It's so good though.
it is. It's so. It's.
There's that
it's-
weirdly dry, like almost wine aftertaste.
Well, it's like if you made mimosas with Sunny D instead of orange juice.
Right.
That's what it's like.
Yeah.
So we'll go.
well,
to
and
the
with like
electric
white
melon
wine
later.
instead of
Sure.
because it's not
Sure.
carbonated
No.
at all.
No. No. Yeah. Yeah. If you took a.
It's either
took
that, no, it's Sunny. Yeah, it's a lot like Sunny D. I want to say Tang at first, but it's not orangey enough to be Tang.
No. It's. Yeah, like you said, a white wine that's not sparkling.
Yeah.
So
It's sad
like
wine.
like a Moscato.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Moscato.
So-
Moscato.
that's what I know that because that's what my wife drinks if she
Yeah.
drinks wine.
Yeah.
So, all right. Last
Is
week,
wine gluten free? I'm guessing it must be.
some yes, some no.
Really?
It all depends on the bottles that they use because a lot of containers.
Wheat bottles.
Yeah, that's what it is. It's whole wheat, but no.
Whole bottles.
Containers a lot of times are sprayed with a substance to keep whatever's in it from like sticking and
Mhm.
congealing to the container, and that substance has gluten in it.
Interesting.
It is.
I'm
Yes.
very happy with this choice.
Are you? I thought you might be a little disappointed.
It's got a weird aftertaste to it, like a little almost bitter isn't the right word. It's like a flat aftertaste, but the flavor itself is wonderful.
if this were any higher octane, that could get you in trouble.
Yeah. Yeah.
That is good. You know what? Fuck it.
Oh, going big.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
I've drank. I might down one,
I
and then
you've had a heavy 7 days
Jesus.
of drinking.
Jesus.
So let's get into that.
My heavy day
No,
week of drinking,
well,
or heavy last weekend of drinking.
That's what I was gonna say. Last weekend, and don't say hour because I didn't drink as much as you guys.
No,
did.
you didn't. I mean, you drank a lot, but not shit faced. Like you weren't fucking.
No. I think I went as I went through the video this week. I had 3.
Oh wow, I had a lot more than 3.
Oh, I know you did. You all had a lot more than 3.
Yeah, we all did.
Yeah. So
I don't think I had as much as they did, though. Well, let me phrase it. I didn't have as much as Anders.
That's
Me and Jay
had
were
as much
probably
as
about.
The state of Pennsylvania didn't have as much as Anders. So yeah, let's and I had the 115 year, and then I went to Tully after that.
Mm-hmm.
Because I thought I was going to be drinking more and more, and everybody else was drinking more and more. And I thought I won't appreciate that 15 year.
Yeah, we killed that 15.
I know, and I was a little disappointed because no one appreciated it after that first glass.
I did.
All right, maybe you did, but
every sip of that is precious to me.
Yeah, I understand that.
No, they didn't give a shit though. We could have just stayed with that Tully.
Yeah,
but I think amount that was drink wise, had we not had the bottle of 15, it would have mostly cleaned out that liter.
Oh, it probably would have been close.
Yeah,
for sure. But anyway, yeah. So, last week started late. Right off the bat, we started late because they were late. Yeah.
But we knew that was going to happen because Jay went to pick Anders up because Anders had to be back the next day and didn't want to, I guess, drive drunk or whatever. I don't know.
Sure.
Vehicle situation. But but we knew going in that if Jay went there because he wanted to see a shop and where Anders works on shit, that it was going to take him a minute. So we already scheduled the broadcast to start late.
Well, I also think that we thought that he might go there and do that earlier so that they could be.
No, as soon as he messaged me and said he was going over there, like I knew what was going to happen.
Yeah.
And so we set to start a little bit late anyway. And then it ended up being like right on the line as far as time goes. But it worked out well.
It might be better.
Really?
I like the Orange Jubilee more, but I think if I'm honest, that tastes better.
I mean, let's pass over that electric fucking melon.
Yeah. Electric melon, baby.
Mm-hmm. Dude,
it's a Black Eyed Peas song.
I might start getting this for home more. Because I can drink more of it without just getting fucking shit faced.
But if you drink a lot of it, is that the sugar in it, is that gonna
maybe
give you a hangover
or heartburn like a motherfucker?
Yeah.
Well, I'm saying is I feel like I can drink more
weight
of this without getting as drunk.
Well, sure. But even drinking heavy, if I don't get drunk, I'm still worse off the next day than I used to be.
Yeah, God knows I'm already getting fucking fat enough. Like I don't need to just drink sugar.
That's it. Well, that's what you're drinking. Drinking Kool-Aid with some vodka poured in it, basically.
Yeah. But yeah, dude, fuck. Yeah.
So anyway, we start late, right?
Yep,
we set the episode up to start late so that we cushioned ourselves and we like cut that cushion.
Well, even then we still started later because we started and I threw up that fucking technical difficulty screen real quick.
I forgot about that. Yeah. And that was them being there and us trying to get them seated.
Yeah.
Because we had pizza there for them and some Coke or Pepsi or whatever we had in there just in case, because I don't know what their eating life is like if they had maybe had showed up and hadn't eaten. And the last thing I wanted was somebody just the last thing I wanted was Anders after the show ended. The last thing I wanted was that during the show.
Right.
And we got close there at the end. I mean, we really got close with that because it's like it all hit him at one time when he stood up.
Yeah.
When the show was over and he stood up, it was like it hit him.
Yeah. Yeah. But it was the whole show though. And I mean this in a good way, but the whole thing was a shit show.
It's the exact show that I wanted to happen.
Yeah.
It's a shit show, but
100%.
It's 4 guys that like each other and all like two people that do some amazing shit.
Legit amazing. Yeah.
Right. And then Anders and Jay. Like
right. Of course.
No, 2 people that do amazing shit that you and I, who are not easily impressed by people.
Yeah.
Are thoroughly impressed. And I meant to have that finger with me just to have again, but it's at work. I put it on my desk.
Yeah.
Scare the janitors.
It's cool as shit.
Yeah.
No, I showed Amanda when I got home and she was like, "Oh God, that's so gross." I was like, "Yeah, just fucking touch it." She's like, "I don't want to touch it."
Yeah. That's what I had Olivia.
I mean, that's normal Friday night, but
well, I showed it to Krista and she was like, "Oh God, that looks so real." Yeah. And I said, "Just pick it up." And she was like, "I don't know if I want to," but she did. She was like, "Oh yeah, that's interesting." But Olivia was like, "I don't like it." As soon as I opened the box, she's like, I don't like that. I don't like that. Reminds me of my ex-boyfriend. I don't like no. She's like, I said, "Just pick it up." She picked it up and she just didn't like it. And I carried it to work and I showed girl.
Did you leave it in the box or just carry it back?
I left it in the box.
Yeah, it looks so fucking cool.
Yeah. And I carried it into work and I showed the girl. She's like, "Oh, I don't know." And she loves horror shit.
Yeah.
And then she picked it up and she picked it up and immediately dropped. She's like, "That feels like a real finger." Yes, it does. He's very good at his job.
Yep.
So, and then I said something about it one day. It was sitting there later in the week. And I was like, "Here, check." And I threw it to her. And as soon as she caught it, she dropped it.
That's funny.
Yeah.
I showed just a picture of it to one of the dudes at work. And his first thing was like, "The fuck is that?"
Yeah.
And I was like, he was like, "No," he goes, "Is it real?" And I was like, "No, it's not real. It's fake." Like,
it's real fake.
I have a real finger in a box, of course. But
yeah.
But it was a good, but that's the thing. Like I thought it was funny because when Jay tweeted or posted about it initially, he's like, "Yeah, we're about knives and horror and etc." And we did this.
We did for a minute or two, 5 different times. Like it would come back into focus every once in a while. But this is exactly what I wanted to happen, is for us to just sit down and just wherever the conversation. I want it to be like we were just sitting around shooting the shit without microphones, and let's capture that. Yeah. And I think we did a very good job.
Yeah. I mean, because I don't listen to our episodes anymore at all. But I was going through it. I was like, Jesus, like it's all over the fucking place. It's like a bunch of drunk fucking dudes just sitting around. Like it was, we laughed as much as we talked. Like it was, it was.
I said at one point during it, my face hurts because I'm laughing. And it did.
My ribs hurt the next day.
I can still feel every time I laugh right now. I can still feel those muscles tight from laughing so much.
I do not like the Jubilee or no, whatever.
The melon.
Yeah, the melon.
I do.
I don't.
I like the taste better. But if you said to me, you can only have one of these, I'm going to go with the orange Jubilee.
I don't like the aftertaste on this one.
Ah, I see.
It's very taintish.
Oh, okay. Interesting. I'd say that's a pretty good taint if it tastes like a melon.
The aftertaste, not the foretaste.
Oh, the aftertaste of a taint.
Yes. No. The aftertaste of the melon is like a taint.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
It's delicious.
Well, the aftertaste of the melon to me still is like a little bit less melon.
Okay. It's got a bitterness to it to me.
I see what you're saying. Yeah.
It could be the COVID.
They got the rind in it.
Right.
Yeah. So anyway, Jay and Anders.
Yeah. But then I pissed off Jay's wife.
Yeah, we'll get to that.
Okay.
So let's go with the show. We'll talk about after show.
But I mean, I might have tanked the entire relationship that we've built with them. Is all, or at least mine. My relationship with the entire them, not yours, mine.
Yeah.
Because he still texted back in the group thread. But when I did sorry.
No, you're fine. So Jay more than Anders, but won't stay on the mic.
Yeah.
And Jay never was on mic. Like he just kept the mic like this the whole time. Like off to the side or whatever. And every once in a while he would accidentally get on mic when he would lean and he would get closer to the microphone. And we told him from the start, hey, go and get up on that mic, man.
Yeah.
Right down
I don't
the
know
barrel.
if you saw this, my favorite thing though, Anders, the mic was fucking like I had him pull it up, but it was crooked, right?
Yeah.
But it worked because the more he drank, the more he leaned.
Right.
And so by the end of the episode, he was like right on the mic because he was like leaning down like this.
Right. Yeah. And I just remember thinking throughout the show, like, this is not going to sound like it's basically going to be an episode of every once in a while you and I say something and you and I laughing is what the episode was going to be.
Yeah. And the video basically was.
It's pretty close. I mean, you can hear more than I thought, but you worked wonders with the audio. And so if you listen to the audio version, you can hear all of that. Hey, lay down. So dog's in here tonight.
I was like, yes, sir.
Yeah. So anyway, it's interesting because she's had it's been 2 weeks since you've been here.
Yeah.
So anyway, yeah. So show ends, and
that's when shit got fucking crazy.
It did. we're fucking each other with knives and
Right.
fake fingers. No,
I signed a contract. Well, even though I amended it, and he kept trying.
Well,
to
that
get me to
happened
re-sign
during
it.
the show. That didn't happen after
Was
the
the
show.
molars
That was
during
in the show. Yeah.
Well, he tried to get me to sign another one after the show too.
Yeah, because Jay took that part very seriously. I think for legal purposes, he was just like, I need to make sure that I'm not liable here, because he took and read. He's like, no, you need to redo this, Anders. So yeah,
But yeah, I signed away my molars to have it in one of their blades in the handle
for drugs.
for drugs.
Yes, that was
because I'm not doing it pain free. Yeah,
sure, but anyway.
But I still I stand by it though. Like if I could have it done by a dentist and was doped up where it wouldn't hurt.
Oh, you never said dentist.
Well, no. Okay, well let me rephrase it. If
you
I
said
could
you would let them take them out if you could get doped up.
Yeah, if I could get doped up and it wasn't
if
gonna
they
hurt.
made you a blade.
Yeah,
too.
yeah. No, okay.
Which means you have to give up
blurry.
3 teeth. One for Anders, one for Jay, one for you.
Right. I still would though.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, like I'm saying, I stand by that. If I can do it pain free in the sense of like I said, doped up, with drugs, I will 1000% would let them pull the molar out and make a blade with it. I stand by that.
Yeah.
What kind of fucking cool story would that be?
It would be. It would be cool, unless you got an infection and died shortly afterwards.
I'll go to the doctor afterwards. Well, because here's the thing with all that is I look at it this way. I'm not rich. You're not rich.
Right.
But I'm at the point in my life now with the type of insurance that I can get new teeth. They might
insurance does not cover new teeth.
What's that?
Insurance does not cover
No,
new
I'm
teeth.
not talking about insurance. I said insurance. I didn't mean to, but I mean is like money wise. Like
I see.
They wouldn't be nice teeth. They wouldn't be
I
like
got you.
fancy, like
Get
they
some
look
little
real.
Washington wooden teeth.
Yeah, but I'm saying, I could afford to get replacement fake teeth.
I want replacement teeth.
Yeah.
I want the implants where they take the tooth out, put the screw in.
Yeah.
Put the tooth. That's what I want.
I just want to get some silver ones, whatever. But I'm just saying,
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't mind giving my teeth up because I can get fucking cool teeth put in. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. I have awful, horrible teeth. It's genetic from on my dad's side of the family.
Yeah.
Like I have a tooth right now with a hole in it.
Yeah. It's all the inbreeding.
That's probably what it is. Yeah. So what's up, guys? I'm streaming someone else's channel and no one is watching me either. What?
Oh, fuck off.
You don't Lutz, you don't know if anyone's watching us or not. We're on multiple platforms.
Right. They're watching from the platform that you're not watching from. So
right. Looks like maybe he's on Twitch. Not sure. But anyway.
Yeah, whatever. That's YouTube.
Is it?
No.
Okay.
But regardless, it was a great fucking time.
It was a great time.
Yeah. And then afterwards, camera shut off and it got stupid really quick. We had a guy come in because he was telling us to be quiet.
What happened? No, what happened is Jay came back to the door. The door was locked, and he thought he would play a little joke, as if he were the police or all love, peace and love, man. He thought he would make us think that it was either the front desk or the police or somebody, and he yelled, "Hey, what are you guys doing? Open this door," or something like that.
Oh, I didn't hear that at all.
No, you weren't in there. It was just me and Anderson. You went to the room or to smoke,
either smoke or pee
or something. Yeah. And Jay comes out to the door and he yells into the door. And I open the door and he comes in or whatever. And a couple minutes later, when the guy comes in, he knocks back on the door and goes, and I crack the door and I've got my foot up against it. So whoever it is can't just push the door open. And he goes, "Hey, somebody said somebody was yelling out here." And I immediately went into what I've done my whole life and went, "Yeah, I don't know. I heard somebody yelling in the hallway, but I don't know what it is. Like, we're just packing stuff up in here." And then Jay grabs the door and he opens the door. And Jay then goes, "Yeah, that was me. I was playing a joke." And I was like, "I had it covered, man."
Yeah. I know.
But thankfully, because he opened the door, we got this moment of Jay opens the door and he goes, "That was me. I was messing around with him." And the guy was like, "Yeah, well, you guys can't be yelling out here. You know, it's late. It's like midnight at that point, at least." And he's like, "You can't be yelling." And he goes, "And I know you from somewhere. Yeah, I've seen you somewhere," to Jay. And Jay goes, "Forged in Fire?" And he goes, "No." Yep. And then Jay goes, he said cops. And the guy goes, "It might be cops." And he said, "America's Most Wanted?" And the guy goes, "Probably America's Most Wanted." And then Jay goes, "Okay." And he goes, "I'm a judge on the show Forged in Fire." And the guy goes, "That's where I know you from."
Yeah. And I don't remember again, because at that point, there's a lot of me holding Anders up and
Yes.
whatever. And I saw the video after where the dude came in and he had the Freddy glove on and shit like that. But that's what saved me from, as a whole, for having to pay any type of cleaning fee.
Saved us all from getting in trouble and having to shut everything down, and saved any fines or fees or whatever like that, because the guy comes in and I immediately go, yeah, come on in for a second. And they're talking for a moment. I was like, yeah, this is Jay and blah, blah, blah. And this is Anders. He makes some really cool shit.
I got shit faced enough that I straight up lit up in the fucking conference room. And I thought that was for sure gonna.
You didn't light a cigarette.
Yeah. But
you lit up.
Yeah.
That's no need to be vague with that.
Yeah.
No, but
no, there is.
Nah. No.
I was a real piece of shit.
Yeah, you did. You lit up in the conference room. But that guy, I mentioned to that guy, somebody down here on the first floor is really toking it up, man. It was like every time I come through the lobby,
just took the mystery out of it.
I smell it.
Like an asshole.
No, because I said this before you had lit up, and you could smell it out there already.
True. That's true.
And he goes, yeah, they do it. Somebody's doing it every weekend in here.
Yeah.
And he's like, I do too, but I just do it at home or whatever. Like, all right, well, okay.
Yeah.
But
I got away with no extra. Well, when I went to check out the next morning, it took forever, but I went back and I said, hey, do you mind? I said, I had the conference room last night. Do you mind if I do a quick walkthrough to make sure we didn't leave anything? She was like, oh, you're Mr. Massey. And I was like, yeah. And she goes, I heard all about last night from the whoever guy was on the night shift. I was like, oh shit. And I was like, it's not true. She goes, oh no. She said he was like, I can't remember the guy's name now, but like, he was so excited. He talked about that, who he got to meet and what he got to do. She said it's a pleasure and an honor having you guys do this in our hotel. And I was like, fuck yeah, bro.
Damn right it is.
But I felt super cool.
Yeah.
For just a moment.
Well, because I think you told them when you reserved the conference room.
B3F Productions.
Right, B3F Productions.
And they asked me what we were going to use it for, and I said it was going to be for a
multimedia event.
Yeah.
Which is not a lie.
No. I said an entertainment. Something about some type of like show recording or video recording or something like that. But
okay,
yeah. And then they found out who was there from the night guy, and then they were fucking like whatever.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, Anders is a living legend. So.
Yeah.
Anders is a fucking rock star, man. After the camera's cut off.
Yeah.
Like,
well, just in general though, like, there's that picture of me with my head on his shoulder. He makes me look like I'm a kid. Like he's a lumbering dude. I didn't realize how big he was.
Yes.
Talking to him, like he's a lumbering, and I'm not talking about like fat. I'm talking about like he's a large Danish motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
And so I didn't expect
Dare I
that.
say Great Dane.
Great Dane.
Yeah.
But Jay brought a couple knives that we got to look at. Like, watch the fucking episode if you have it, if you can tolerate it. But
sure, it's long. It's 3 hours and 15 minutes, so maybe watch it in segments.
But they brought blade. He brought us a couple blades. Anders brought the table was just full of shit they brought.
Well, and Jay had all those little hand crocheted dolls that somebody in England had made him. Of all the horror characters, and then the werepup was still like, I have the photo of that werepup, and it's just
I thought I took a photo of it. I didn't.
Well,
like a close up. Like I thought.
There's a photo of me and Jay as proud parents.
Yeah.
Well, Anders took one as well, but there's a photo of me and Jay as proud parents holding a werepup.
See, I'm really bad. I don't take photos of shit ever. Like I don't take pictures of my kids. I don't take pictures of everything. So like, you guys all shared them, so it was cool. But when I first looked at my phone, I was like, I have like 5 pictures from the whole night.
Yeah, I took pictures periodically.
It's because I keep it all locked up here.
Is that what it is? Which is what people should do. I mean, used to, no one took pictures. You know, I can remember where if you wanted to go to a show or something like that and take photos, you better go get a disposable camera before you go.
And you're holding that little 110 fucking camera up, like hoping a couple of them take out.
Yeah. I've gotten plenty of pictures of MXPX where it's like Tom or whatever is at an angle because I hold the camera up and not realize my hand
I lost those pictures finally about the show, when we went to the show in Atlanta with me, you, and Jordan.
Oh, yeah. I probably got them somewhere. Yeah. Because I got a photo somewhere of me and Chris Carrabba.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Oh,
where cool. It was when, I want to say it was, I want to say Dashboard and MXP co-headlined the Honda Civic
That's
tour.
right, the Honda Civic tour. Yep, I forgot about that.
Chris,
how was the Dashboard show when you went that time? Was it good?
It was good. It was good. Yeah. I mean, and it was a full band.
Yeah,
you know, so it wasn't.
But the last, I've seen Dashboard twice now. The most recent one being with Lyric, and it was sincerely a fantastic show. Like I was so much better than when I saw him, and it was a great show then. But just he's older. Whatever.
Yeah. So, let's see. Weather in Pennsylvania.
It's fucking stupid.
Within the first 20 seconds of being there, it snowed. Not briefly. A lot, but still.
It wasn't bad the second day on, but that first day was fucking wretched.
Well, as long as you were in the sun, it wasn't bad the second day. But if you were in the shade and the wind blew, fuck their wind.
Yeah.
They don't have a lake anywhere around there. Where the hell is that wind coming from? They're in the mountains.
That's where the wind's coming from.
No, wind doesn't come from the mountains. Wind comes out of the water.
No, it whips. Jesus. It took
me
a
lake effect wind.
It took me a second to realize what the fuck you fucking asshole. But but before that day, my friends from Pennsylvania came out.
That's right. I forgot about that.
Yep. Yuki and K-Hal, Sweet Corn and Peanut, aka.
First time I met them. Good guys. Yeah. Good people. Sorry.
Good peeps.
Good people.
Yeah.
One guy, one gal.
Yep. Yuki's a trip, dude.
Oh yeah.
You want to hear somebody bitch about music for hours, or bitch about people playing music?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you only got a sample.
Yeah, I know. I understand. But still, like, I wish they would just move down here.
Yeah.
I'd hang out with them.
But those two motherfuckers have seen me probably at the lowest points of my life, and they're still somehow friends with me.
Well,
so
maybe they're just hoping to see that again,
or they're hoping I'll die. One of the two. But anyway, so holding to it. But cameras went off. Shit got just fucking stupid for a while. But this is because we were all. I say
people continued to drink.
Yeah, people continued to drink. But
well, Jay and I did not continue to drink.
Yeah,
but I think you did and Anders did.
No, after the show, I was mostly done. I think I finished what I had, but I didn't pour like more.
Yeah.
But by that time, I mean, that was 3.5 hours of pretty solid drinking for 3 of us anyway.
Yeah. It was something. And then, but it was, by the time Anders got poured into an Uber to go home,
literally,
and left his jacket there, which you FedExed to him Monday.
Yep.
We stood outside and smoked and hung out with Jay, and Jay just basically started to talk to us while you smoked and I vaped, and we talked about Forged in Fire. We talked about his shop. Just a continuation of the show minus the joking.
Right. Yeah.
But had a good time.
Yep.
And then probably went to bed about 3.
You
went to bed before me.
Yeah.
And because I went ahead and packed my shit up.
Yeah. Well, I was drunk as shit.
Yeah, you were pretty drunk because you came in the room.
I was lit in general.
You were outside smoking. We were all 3 out there. We go in. Jay's going up to go to bed. I'm going to go up to go to bed. You go into the room. One more look around. We're good. Jay picks up his tub full of toys and shit. And then
this is the part I'm blurry on.
Okay. And then we all head to the elevator, and Jay and I are standing in the elevator holding the door, and you take a good 2 more minutes to drop off the key and do whatever else you did and come get on the elevator.
Huh.
Yeah. We go up. We're on the same floor as Jay. We get off the elevator. He says, "Thanks again, guys. Safe trip back tomorrow," whatever. He goes his way. We go to the room. We get into the room, and I start packing my shit up because I know good and well in the morning I'm not going to feel like doing this.
Yeah.
So I start packing my shit up, brushing my teeth, everything like that, getting my clothes that I'm going to wear the next day laid out and things like that. And you roam around the room a little. You did. You kind of back and forth from the bathroom to your bedroom and then back out, whatever, and roamed around.
I think I pissed like 27 times.
Well, and then you said, "I'm going to go smoke again real quick before I go to bed." You left. You went down to smoke. You come back up, and I'm still actually. You come back up, and I think I was taking a shit at the time because you went in there and said, "This smells like somebody died in your asshole." Yeah. Right.
Yep.
And
I'm remembering pieces of this at this point.
So then you go in there, whatever you did in the bathroom, you come back out, and I'm still packing my shit up, whatever. And actually, I think I was shoving Danish in my mouth because I was starving.
Yeah.
And because Anders took the leftover pizza with him.
Right.
Yeah. And then you said, all right, I'm going to go smoke real quick. And then I'm going to go to bed. So you went back downstairs and smoked twice after going to the room.
Okay. That's accurate.
Yeah. And then you came back up and you went to bed. And I continued what I was doing.
Yeah.
And then went to bed, and it was about 3 when I got in bed.
Yeah.
So you were in bed roughly 30 minutes to an hour before I was.
Okay.
And then we got up in the morning and drove 9 hours back home.
Yep.
And I was
surprisingly not. I felt like shit, but I wasn't like.
You slept a little bit here and there on the way back,
but I wasn't fucking like hungover as shit. Like can't open my eyes type of hungover.
Yeah.
I did take a good fucking like 30 minutes to shit at the McDonald's though.
You did. It was enough time for me to eat without having to eat and drive. So it was interesting.
Yeah, well, it was one of those like, dude, I'm going to I don't want to take another stop, right?
Right.
So I need to kind of try to make this happen. So it wasn't too hard. Like I didn't force, but after it started, goddamn, it wouldn't stop. it was just a thing. So, yeah. So can I get into the part that I'm excited about now?
You can. Yes.
Okay.
So
on Monday,
during the show, we heard periodically, and even after the show, we heard that
both wives.
Well, no. During the show, and we didn't find out about Andrew's wife to the next day.
Oh yeah,
when he got up, whatever time he got up, hungover. We heard during the show that Jay's wife was a little pissed that he came to do this.
Yep.
Even though it had been planned, which he said, I told her, like, this has been planned for some time now. So I'm going to do this.
Right. So I don't know what spurned the pissiness. I mean, I wouldn't want to.
I don't either.
I know during the show I did laugh because his wife was like, he said his wife said like, why do you do this show? No one listens to it. It's not going to benefit you at all.
Yeah.
Which is hilarious by itself.
Sure.
Continue.
Anyway, so we find that out multiple times that his wife is mad. And after the show, he goes up to the room to check his phone and get something. I can't remember what he got, but
he didn't have his phone on at all.
He comes back. Yeah. He comes back down and he goes, well, I got to return these 9 calls for my wife or whatever. So she'd been calling him periodically during the show.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
See, that's the part I don't remember. Some of the downstairs conversation.
And so I guess she was mad the show maybe went long. I don't know. I really don't know.
Yeah.
I just know she was not happy with him being there.
Yeah.
He had just come back from filming the night before. He drove in from Connecticut, was at his house Friday night, and then Saturday got up, I think he said about noon.
Yep.
Went to Anders and then came to the hotel and we recorded, and that was the end of it. And so we find out she's mad. The next day we find out that Anders' wife is a little mad because he came home
and it was so hungover.
Yeah. He was fucking wasted.
Yeah.
I haven't seen someone that drunk in a long time.
Yeah. He was pretty good.
And
granted, I kept filling his cup up. So
sure. Yeah. But he didn't turn it down.
No.
But so I think he needed it.
Yeah,
he's had a kid a few months ago.
But his wife probably needs it too. I would imagine that some of the pisses you left me home with the kid.
None of my
and you
business.
Went and got your face. No, none of mine at all. But so we find out that on Sunday. So Monday I get back and we promised Anders I'd FedEx his jacket back to him as quick as I could. So I packed his jacket up and I had this idea. I was like, both of their wives are super fucking pissed at us. It would be really fucking funny to include like a quote unquote formal apology letter from us. And granted, I didn't put your name on it. I put my name on it, but I put from B3F. And I included the one with hers. And it was essentially like, we take full responsibility because we're shitty people and we're terrible influences on people. And so, basically, and you're welcome to be on the list, or you're officially on the list of our friends' wives who hate us. And I said as a peace offering or something, I said you could have 1/8 of Joey's soul, blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And I don't remember. That's the gist of it. I threw that in with his jacket, fucking threw it in FedEx. Well, I got to thinking, I was like, well, shit, I should send Becky one too. That's Jay's wife.
Oh.
And I was like, she was mad too.
Because you went from good idea, terrible idea.
Right. But in my mind, I was like, I got to keep it even.
Sure.
So I drafted.
Do you really think she calls Asia and says, hey, did you get a letter from them? Because I didn't get a letter from them.
No.
Right.
But that's the thing. I was going to get to that in a second. So I had this thing. I was like, so I wrote another letter, different, but same general principle. But I put this in an envelope and I just FedExed it in an envelope straight up.
I can't believe you FedExed her a letter.
Yeah. That's what made it worse, I think.
I'm sure. because FedEx showed up at her house with a letter.
Yeah. Well, and it was on an envelope
Instead
with
of
her name
United
on it,
States
stuck
mail.
inside a fucking
Oh,
FedEx envelope.
Jesus.
That I sent.
I didn't even think about that. Now,
Yeah.
no wonder.
Yeah.
No wonder.
Yeah. And so that went out. And in retrospect, my thought was, had I had to send Jay something anyway, it would have been funny or made sense to throw a letter in, right? Like I did with Anders. But just to fucking throw it in by itself with no context and just email, I was like, I can see anyway. Anders,
Go ahead. No, go ahead.
No,
Go ahead.
so Anders got back to us and said Asia, his wife, thought it was funny.
Hey, I'm going to read the messages.
Okay.
So he said, got the jacket and the lovely letter. And you said, I hope your wife liked it. He said, she was in bed with the baby. She chuckled and ominously took a photo of it and said, we should cash in on that soul.
Yep.
Which you said, glad it's Joey's and not mine. And I said, you don't want mine. I said something I'm not going to repeat.
Yeah.
I don't know why that just poured out of me.
Yeah,
So I
it was
sent
good.
a message. So anyway, to which you said, I forgot to tell him I promised part of his soul. So
that was one day.
yeah. That was where did he go? That was Thursday.
Right.
So Friday morning, and here's where I didn't pay any attention to this. So it was 8:19 a.m., which means FedEx might have woke them up.
Oh,
that's it. We get a text message from Jay, who we hadn't heard from since at least Wednesday.
Right.
You jackasses FedExed a letter to Becky? ? Geez, she was almost done being pissed. That just sent her off again. Thanks, dickheads. to which I replied, blame Steven. He did it of his own accord. He even promised Anders' wife my soul in his letter to her.
Yeah.
And you said, I take full responsibility, though it had the opposite effect I was hoping for.
Yeah.
And Jay replied, she was almost over it then, fuckers. I'm not coming on the podcast again unless we get Becky on to vent on air.
Yeah.
And we said, or I said, one of us said, she's welcome anytime.
Yeah. And
Anders replied and blah, blah, whatever. So Jay just,
ditto
with Becky. I think we should do the same deal, but with me and Anders sitting in the background giggling and let the two wives come on.
Yeah. So, but with that, and this is where I think, because we were talking like, well, he might have just been exaggerating a little bit, except for the fact off of that thread, I sent him a message individually and was like, okay, had the opposite effect of what I thought. I wasn't trying to cause issues. And if I did, I sincerely apologize, whatever.
Sure.
Because, I don't mind being a dick or being kind of, whatever, but not intentionally fucking somebody's relationship.
Sure.
Anyway, never fucking replied to me,
which is funny.
So I'm like, well, I might have done something bad. Burned a bridge. Might have burned a fucking.
You know
bridge.
what? I'll reach out to my friend Jay sometime this next week, and I'll ask him, is everything okay?
Yeah. But I take full responsibility for that because I didn't tell you I was doing either. I just did. I told you after the fact.
You told me after you sent it already.
Yeah. So, but again, in retrospect, the way it was delivered, it was. Anders' makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, Anders was FedEx too.
I understand that. Anders had a jacket coming in.
No, I know.
You sent just a letter, and now that I've paid attention to the time, they were probably woken up with FedEx delivering a letter.
Yeah, from
who sends letters through FedEx?
I do, motherfucker.
Jesus,
it was important. Oh, but again, the whole thing in my head is hilarious. But had I sent it to you, funny,
sure.
But in
now, my wife would have been pissed if FedEx woke us up in the morning as well.
Right, but still funny. But in context, considering I feel like I just got very comfortable with the podcast.
You got very comfortable,
right? So
you took liberties
during the show.
No. I'm talking by sending a letter.
Yeah. I took liberties that weren't my liberties to take.
You thought Jay was a friend when he's really just someone you used to know.
At this point, yes, that is correct.
Oh God. So
anyway,
yeah.
So that's where we're at. I had poor judgment. Can you believe? Can you believe I had poor judgment? Still, here's the thing though. I sincerely hope it didn't cause genuine problems, but I'll stand by the fact that that's funny as shit. And even though that's not the reaction I was hoping for, it's still a reaction. And even if I never hear from Jay again, and even if you guys become best friends, I still have the story.
Yeah. That's something. So I got a message from you Monday while I'm at work saying I'm dragging so much ass today.
Yeah.
And I was as well. I did not sleep good. Even back in my own bed, I did not sleep good.
I slept great.
I did not sleep. I guess because I'd been gone all weekend, like dog slept right on top of me all night long and didn't sleep good. I haven't slept good all week, really. And I'm just exhausted. I never take naps. I took like a 45-minute nap before you got here today.
Right.
And it's been the worst week ever as far as energy goes. I've just not recovered from being, 20 hours in a car between Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Right.
Yeah, it was.
I mean, I slept fine. I was dragging gas on Monday just because there was no rest. I mean,
sure.
And again, like you drove, I rode, and like I said, I dozed off and on. I probably slept total maybe 30, 45 minutes on the trip, like off.
Maybe something like that.
Cumulatively.
Sure, maybe.
But like, and you were like, well, you fucker, you just rode. I just was like, I would have driven if I could have.
No,
I've
sure.
offered to drive from the get-go. So
sure.
you can't play the victim card.
I'm not playing the victim card.
You absolutely did on the way back.
No, I didn't.
Yeah. You're like, oh, you're the one that's fucking riding.
No. Every time you said, I hate driving back this far, I was going, ooh, you're not driving. You're riding. I've not played the victim card. I'm perfectly happy with driving.
I know.
But I just, it was a rough week after that.
So mine was dragging. And then I had a work thing in Atlanta on Thursday. So I got up. I needed to be there by 11. But the fucking dog woke me up like early as shit. So I was like, well, fuck it. I might as well go. Because
we had to drive to Atlanta Thursday morning?
Yeah.
Okay.
And so, but I got up, like I said, it was like 4 a.m. when Margot woke me up. And I was like, well, fuck it. I might as well just stay up and go.
Right.
And so I got up because I had to go by the office anyway to pick up some things I needed to take. So I just, whenever she got me up, I got up, fucking got a shower, threw my shit in a bag and went to the office and left. So I got there like 9:30 in the morning.
Jesus.
So I walk in. And one of the dudes has like a fucking screwdriver or some shit like drink, and they're like, "Yeah, have a drink." So I went ahead and poured a fucking goddamn bourbon at 9:30 in the morning, like on the rocks when I walk in, and I continued to drink all day. I never did not have a drink in my hand until about 1:30 the next morning.
So from 9:30 Thursday morning to 1:30 Friday morning.
Yes.
Okay.
I drink continuously.
Those are some good numbers.
Yeah,
that's good numbers.
Now, because I'm older and I'm smarter than some motherfuckers, I didn't pound them. I didn't do shots, whatever. So like I would, I don't know what my average consumption was, but I wasn't having like 4 or 5 an hour, right? It was probably like a drink every 45 minutes.
And I don't understand people that do that. Like, why would you do that?
Yeah, and I had some Cokes, in between or during.
You guys had Coke?
Whatever. Yes. No, Coca-Cola Classics.
Oh, I'm sorry.
But I had beverages in between, non-alcoholic beverages in between or during.
Sure.
But yeah, it's a new record for me. It was like fucking 15 hours of just alcohol the whole time.
That's a record. You've never done that before.
Not that long, straight, without stopping, without a break anywhere in the middle.
Gotcha.
With the exception of like going to the restaurant where we had lunch and where I had more drinks. And
yeah, I got you.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Have you had that distance of a?
I'm trying to think because I've had some times, especially on like vacation or whatever, where I can drink pretty consistently for a long time, but I don't know what the time period would be.
Right.
Because I've probably never.
You might have.
I'm not gonna say I've never started at 9:30. I've definitely started at 9:30 before, but
I started at 9:30 on regular work days sometimes. So.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's probably a problem.
But yeah, I can stop anytime I want. But starting then, but yeah, like I said, 15 fucking hours, man. Like I was a little proud of myself because I woke up, I was not hungover.
Sure.
Everybody else was super hungover. But again, I didn't. Oh, dude. Oh, fuck. Okay.
I'm not going to pour all of the rest.
What is that floating in it?
It's not in it.
Oh, it's on the outside. Okay. I thought there's like piece of shit floating. I was like, oh, fuck.
I'll leave you a swallow.
I was just going to pour it in here and top that off. But anyway, and so, but I did feel like I wasn't hungover, but I felt like I had the fucking flu, like not in the sense of like headache and nausea and shit, but like my joints ached, like when you have the flu, how your body just hurts. That was yesterday. Like my head was fine, but my body was like, fuck you. Cause I was also on my feet for probably 10 of those 15 hours. It's like my fucking knees hurt and my fucking hips and back and shit. And I was just like, fuck me.
Yeah.
But I started with bourbon, and then I stayed on I actually went because I had my thing of bourbon, and I had to run to Home Depot to get some supplies for some shit. And I stopped by the liquor store and picked up Irish whiskey while I was out. So everybody, and I took the Irish whiskey that I bought, and I fucking put it up out of the way so nobody else fucking touched it. So while they were all drinking whatever, I just fucking had my Tully all day.
Okay.
Yeah. But I did go through a whole bottle of Tully. So
nice. What size bottle did you go?
Just a regular bottle.
Nice.
I mean, there were a few other things scattered in, but it was mostly the Tully day.
Yeah. Well.
Yeah, man. So so I feel like we're caught up. We're up to date.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You want to talk about anything else?
Other than the fact that I'm, quitting at the end of the month.
Yeah. So you want to, that's what I'm talking about. I wasn't sure. We've kept it under wraps
for the most part.
I joked
just about it last week a little bit
because the job stuff.
Yeah.
You wanted to keep that quiet. So
yeah.
Go ahead.
Which I feel like we should probably at some point announce this at the beginning of an episode as well, because I don't think many people sit through like the halfway point to listen to shit.
Regardless.
But yeah, so as of now, the 30th is going to be my last episode with the dumbass dudes.
Yeah.
So it's I think a fitting way to wrap shit up.
So you're going to take a month or two and reevaluate.
Mm-hmm.
And then we don't know, probably. I don't know, sporadic at best, maybe.
At best.
Yeah, probably. Yeah. Probably. I mean, if it goes the way we think it's going to go with your travel and things, it'll be sporadic.
But it will not be on a consistent schedule with me.
More than likely, that's how
you're planning on as of right now. There's a little bit of unknown, but you're mapping out what you're going to do from here.
We'll figure it out. So that being said, if I have any better friends out there that want to co-host this show with me,
motherfucker,
reach out.
I've put up with your ass doing this shit for 2 fucking years.
2 years and almost 8 months.
Yep.
Yeah, we're getting close to 3. You couldn't wait to the 3-year mark.
Fuck that.
You can cut it off at an even 3.
No.
Yeah. So again.
And you can't tell me you know me well enough. Like, you're surprised that I've made it this long.
A little bit, but you have a good time. You dread it until you get here on Saturday.
Depends on the episode.
You have a good you always have a good time. Always have a good time.
Mostly have a good time. There's been a couple people that I wanted to kill myself during the episode.
Yeah, there's been a couple people you wanted to kill yourself, but in general,
more than usual.
Sure. There have definitely been guests we've had that you hated.
Yeah.
But
the funny thing is the guests that we've hated have usually been different guests. There's a few commonalities there, but there's a few guests I feel like that you haven't necessarily liked them, but you've minded less than I have, and vice versa.
Sure. Yeah. Probably. It for me, it's all whether I think it's good content or not.
Yeah.
That's where it falls for me.
Yeah. But anyway, regardless, I mean, I have as a whole had a good time for sure.
Yes.
But still, I mean, you know me well enough, and my level of fuck it, I'm done.
Sure.
And so it's a little impressive I made it.
I guess so.
And this is, I feel like, at least a legitimate reason, not just a fuck this.
Yeah, for sure.
Because with the new direction I'm going work wise, I'm going to be traveling probably fucking close to 80% of my time.
Right.
And I'm back in school again, trying to finish that shit up, and balancing out that with kids is just, it would be very, very difficult.
Very difficult. Yes.
And I would hate it if I
sure. Right. So we'll see. The plan right now is you're going to take a month, 2 months, so maybe May and June, reevaluate based on how your travel looks.
Right.
Chances are you're moving away from Knoxville as well.
Yep. Eventually.
Very good chance that you're moving. Better chance that you're moving than you'll never be back on.
Yeah.
So
very high probability.
High probability of moving. So at that point, if you did it, then it would be.
See, what I thought would be really fucking cool is for you to get a whole new co-host and then let me be a guest sometimes. Just have me on as a guest. I'm like, hi, it's nice to have you guys have me on your podcast.
Just send an email, admin@b3fpodcast.com. Right. Let me know some of the stuff you want to talk about. We'll get back to you.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how.
But the funny thing is, I'll get bored sometimes, depending on the word, and I'm going to get in the comment section and be like,
either that, or you'll be like, or you'll hit me up and go, I got some free time if you want me to come on for a little bit. That's what I want to do, because you'll want to rant about something.
Yeah.
Which is fine.
But in all reality, though, you also will have to decide kind of what direction you're going to take shit.
Sure. Super clean, won't be explicit anymore.
Explicit.
Right. Won't be explicit anymore.
God, it would be great if we could have had her on for the very last episode.
It would be pretty good, wouldn't it? Yeah. That would be pretty good. So, like I said, if any of you out there are a better friend of mine than Steven, then
which would be no one.
Which, no one else has quit 2 things that I love in the span of our shit. Maybe the next thing we do collectively will stick because 3rd time's a charm.
Yeah. I didn't even think about that. That's amazing. Are you going to a dark spiral of depression when I quit this
probably
one?
not. No, probably not. I mean, who knows? I may live in a dark spiral of depression and don't know.
Well, most of us do.
Yeah. So anyway, yeah. Like I said,
I've broken your heart twice.
Oh, Jesus. Yeah.
But at least I had good reasons then too, but it was.
I guess. You went to be a pawn for the government. That's a good reason.
Work for the war machine. But anyway.
Yeah.
But I will say, and you know this, we're going to reevaluate, but the probability is high that my time here consistently and as a host is coming to an end.
More than likely, yes.
Yes.
So, I don't know what, I don't know. We talked about it a little bit earlier.
Evan, if you're sick of Biddy and Joel, there's a spot for you on the B3F.
For sure. Diversity hire all day.
It's not Biddy. He's too Christian.
Oh, God. He's too Catholic, not Christian. Everybody knows Catholics going to hell. Too busy killing people.
And fucking kids.
Well, that too.
Yeah.
No. So I don't know. I don't know if I'll go. Right now, I don't know if I will try to go it alone.
Mm-hmm.
That'll be interesting. That scares me, which makes me want to do it. Makes me want to try to do it.
This has a teleprompter option on it now.
Yeah, I know it does. Yeah. But I'm not one for writing out a script.
No.
So
you wanted to when we first started this shit.
I did not want to do a script.
Not a script, but an outline.
Yeah, outline is not a teleprompter. You don't put outlines in a teleprompter.
Yes, you can.
You can,
well,
but that's not what people do.
They might.
Okay, but you can put the preamble to the Constitution in there.
Have you interviewed every person that uses a teleprompter?
Absolutely.
Okay, then there we go. I stand corrected.
You do. No, so I don't know. I don't know what I'll do. I know I did random co-host when you were out.
You should get an attractive female co-host.
Okay. Who?
I don't know.
I mean, it's your idea. What? Yeah, I need.
That's the general idea. It's for you to
attractive,
flesh out
female. Yeah, let's see. Who could I get? I'm pretty sure Jennifer Aniston's busy.
Oh,
No, I don't know. I don't know what I'll do if I'll get random co-hosts from time to time. I can always get Hunter.
Could you? Yeah, dude, you're gonna become best friends with Hunter.
Probably not. I don't.
You guys will be the new B3F.
I don't think so. I'll have him on sometimes.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's really it.
Yeah.
I don't know. But anyway, we'll see. Tune in the first Saturday in May.
Change your name to Beefy AF.
Yeah, I also don't know
forever.
Get Jay and Anders to host with me.
Well, they would if I'm gone. They probably will. What is it? Anders said if we both retire, he'll come back on.
Right. Yeah. That's what. Yes. Which is interesting because if both the wives come on and you're not doing it anymore, that means I'll be going and hanging out with all of us. I got a feeling that you will come back for an episode.
No, I'll call in though. I won't come back for the whole episode, but I'm
not turning the phone lines in for you.
That's fair.
No. Yeah. So I don't know what's gonna happen. I don't even know if I'll go live anymore.
Yeah.
I don't know if I'll do live. I'll do video, but I don't know if I'll go live anymore. Right. We'll just have to see.
All right.
Yeah. So there's that. You want to take the break now?
Yeah.
Because we're going to come back. We have the last round of Mad Marchness.
Because
last week
never got to it.
No, I tried to, but
I know
we just didn't.
No, that's what I'm saying. The last
probably better that we didn't. I think it would have offended Anders.
Yeah, but last weekend was fucking off the rails. Like it was legit one of the
for sure.
Yeah.
So if you're watching, stay tuned. We'll be back in roughly 10 minutes.
Yeah. And we just get like a bunch of people on, and suddenly like, we're going to break now.
Yeah. So we'll come back. We'll do the last round of Mad Marchness. If you don't know what that is, stay tuned so you can get the rundown, and then we'll find out what pissed me off the most, and then maybe we'll do some news or something.
All right, we'll be right back.
right.
We're back.
We are
back. So yeah. Fun break. A little longer than usual. I tripled up on the smoky treats. So probably a couple minutes. Who knows?
Yeah. So anyway.
It doesn't matter. Nothing matters.
Right.
What is the Rick and Morty? We're all gonna die. Come watch TV.
My eye is fucking driving me up the wall right now.
Oh, your face is fucking driving me crazy right now.
Well, you only have a month left.
Yeah, that's gonna be the weird thing. Like, is figuring out those plans, because we've talked about it some, but there's nothing super solid going forward.
Thank you. Yeah. So we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, maybe we get some. I don't know. Maybe we get you to pre-record some random rants and shit while you're out on the road. Send it in.
Yeah. What's going to fucking happen though is I'm going to leave the show and then the shit's going to blow up. It's going to get super big. And then because it's going to be well known, people are going to watch the back catalog. They're going to see me and then I'm going to get fired.
Well, just know that if that ever happens and you want to come back on the show, fucking start your own at that point. You can call it the B3F2.
B3F2. Yeah. Part G.
Yeah. So
how often do you think we'll talk after I'm gone?
Probably the same as we did before.
First a little bit. Yeah. Which is not much.
No, it was a couple times a week, maybe.
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. I think
I'll have no reason to answer my phone if you call me anymore.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But it'll probably, as you get used to the travel and the new job and things like that, it will be, you look concerned.
No.
As you get used to the new job and the travel and things like that, it will probably be pretty much radio silent for a little while.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
When is Easter?
Next Sunday.
Next Sunday?
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Why?
That was my grandmother that she left me a message and was wondering if I'm coming for Easter Sunday. I'm like, no. But
you got an excuse right now. It's like, new job. I got
right. I won't have started by then though. I don't start to the end of the month.
She doesn't know that.
Right.
It's not like she's going to listen to this and go, oh, he's lying to me.
She's listened before.
She has, but she's not going to listen again.
No.
No. She's trying to get into heaven after listening the first time.
Right.
Oh God. So
do you still think there's a heaven?
I think there's something.
Okay.
I do. I do. I can't.
Do you think there's a hell?
If I'm one of those people that's kind of like, if there's evil, there's got to be good. If there's good, there's got to be evil. I mean, there's got to be something. Mm-hmm. I don't know what it is. Mm-hmm. I don't have a thought of what heaven or hell is for sure.
Okay.
And I don't give that much thought.
Right.
I believe that there's something higher than us.
Yep.
Whether that's an alien overlord or a white man with a beard in the sky.
Right.
I don't know.
Okay.
I actually still have, at least in my opinion, a semi-healthy prayer life.
Okay.
Yeah. But I talk
oh, Jesus Christ, do something about this.
My quote prayer life, I talk the same way I talk to you.
Okay.
Like if I feel like saying this shit is fucked up and I don't know what's going on, that's exactly that's exactly what I would say.
Interesting.
Yeah. It's yeah.
You and Benny have more in common than I thought.
Well, yeah, I probably haven't fucked as many kids as his church, but we've probably fucked over as many.
Yeah.
But yeah. No, Anyway.
Interesting.
It's I believe there's something higher. Just don't have no clue what it is and don't care what it is, honestly.
It was me last weekend. Heyo.
Yeah.
That's what did me in though. That was
what it was?
Icing on the cake. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pouring that.
I'd say so, because you stumbled around that room. What you were doing, I don't know.
Trying to figure out. I was probably trying to figure out if I was going to be sick or not. Like I was probably trying to determine.
Well, you carried the garbage can into the bedroom and said, "This is just in case."
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I didn't get the spins. I was thankful because that's
you said that. Yeah.
If I start getting the spins, I'm going to throw up every time. I can tell you, or at least dry heave.
I don't.
Because some people will do the foot, like you've said, you've done this. They'll lay and they'll put the foot on the floor.
On the floor.
Does not do shit for me.
Does it not?
No, it's if my eyes close, it's fucking the world is going.
If I put my foot on the floor, I can't I still can't close my eyes.
Right.
But if I don't put my foot on the floor, it doesn't matter. Eyes open or closed, shit is spinning.
Yeah.
I mean, it's tilt-a-whirl, man.
Yeah.
It is.
It's full speed.
And I can tell as I'm getting into bed if that's going to happen. And then it's just like continuing to climb into bed is just nothing but dread.
Well, when I got up, so the room was starting to spin a little bit, and then and that's when I went and laid down. I was like, okay, this could either increase in intensity or it'll be fine. And that's why I was like, I'm gonna get the trash can. So
yeah, that's what you gave us. I'll take this trash can in there just in case. I don't think I'm going to throw up, but just in case. I have a dick mouth anyway, but was I at word slurring point? Yeah.
Okay.
But not terrible.
Right.
I've heard you worse on this show.
Yeah.
Before.
Yeah.
But
no, I wasn't on this show. Like I wasn't suicide bottle.
No. I'm saying, yeah, for sure. Yeah. And you had a bounce in your walk.
Yeah.
You were bouncing on the balls of your feet as you walked, and bobbing back and forth as you walked around.
Yeah.
And I couldn't understand the whole going down to smoke, coming back up, getting ready to go to bed, and then going down to smoke again. Why it was like, smoke the extra in there, come back up, and then go to bed. It was like what I thought was he's trying to keep himself from throwing up.
And that might have been it. I don't know.
But
But I will say I'll do that even if I'm out on the road and I'm sober. Like I'll get up and I'll smoke. And if I take too much time from the time I get up back to the room to the time I'm about to go to bed, I'm like, yeah, I want to smoke again. So I'll go back down and smoke.
Do you ever open the hotel room? I guess you can't open hotel room windows anymore, can you?
Yeah. No, you can with some, but no, I don't.
Yeah. Okay.
I don't, because I'm paranoid about that extra fee.
Yeah.
If I'm paying for plus, I don't want to pay for it if
Sure.
it's coming out of my pocket, but like justifying that to the fucking company and be like, yeah, that extra $250 fucking or $500 depending on the hotel. Yeah, I don't want to have to pay that.
Yeah. So
yeah, and I'm usually when I travel on my own, I don't drink on the road. Like I don't go to a bar. I don't have anything like that. Even if I have dinner, like my normal routine on the road is I get up a little early. I'll go to the gym in the hotel but the hotel gym, and not like a heavy, crazy workout, but just, treadmill or fucking whatever. And then, cause I have a hard time fucking waking up in the morning. So if I do that, it does more for me than getting an extra fucking hour of sleep. So I'll get up, I'll do that, have a smoke, eat, whatever, shower, go to work. And then I'm at work nonstop unless I have to take a lunch break. Right. In which case I might, whatever, but usually I'm fucking straight through. And when I'm done, go back to the room. I usually order a pizza or some type of Uber Eats, and then I fucking hook up the Roku and I watch TV.
Oh, you do Uber Eats when you're out on the road. Yeah. I like to go out and get new stuff.
Nah, fuck that.
Let's see.
I've been around. If I'm at work all day, I just want to come home and chill and not do shit. Like I said,
going to a new place for me is chill.
Yeah.
I enjoy that.
Yeah, and it depends. Like every now and then, if I'm somewhere for a week, usually 1 or 2 of those nights, I'll physically go somewhere and eat just to get out of the room a little bit. But if I'm there for 2 or 3 days, I order a pizza, do whatever, I can watch TV, and then go to fucking bed.
Now, if I've had a long day, like where I actually end up working longer, then I'll find a pizza place and go pick it up on my way back to the hotel or whatever. But
I'll pay the extra $10 and get it delivered. It depends on the per diem, and there's a lot of variables, right? But for the most part, but
I've got to go to Jacksonville in 2 weeks for work. And one, I guess, good thing is that almost my whole team is coming down for 2 of those days.
Right.
So we'll be going wherever the boss wants to go, but he'll be paying for it. But when I was booking travel, so
you're a travel agent?
Huh?
Yeah.
What did you say?
Travel agent?
No, I'm booking myself.
Okay.
Yeah. No.
No, you said when you were booking travel. I said I was a travel agent.
Yes.
When you were booking your own travel.
Yes. When I was booking my own travel. Yes. I'm going to be there the whole week, and another lady on my team. The 2 of us will be there the whole week, and then the rest of the team is coming down for a couple of days. But so we were on the phone together trying to coordinate flights.
Right.
She said, I said something about, the team's coming down, blah, blah, time. That should be plenty of time for us, though. Go get some dinner and then meet them at the airport if we need to or whatever. She said, yeah, I need to talk to you about food. And I said, okay. She goes, I have to eat gluten-free. And I said, well, you are in luck because I am used to that.
Yeah.
So
I'd be like, okay, well, have fun, and I'll
The crazy thing is, like, I'm somewhat responsible for getting her where she needs to be because I have the rental car. It's in my name. So, but yeah, I mean, that doesn't bother me. Gluten-free. I'm used to that by now.
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah. And some of my eating habits on the road are going to depend on the last job that I had, the last travel job, our per diem was like $40 a day. which is
mine's 44.
Really?
Yep.
That's barely enough for anything.
You'd be surprised.
No, if you want to eat actual, like, if your hotel does not have free breakfast,
if you have free breakfast and you are at the hotel in time to eat free breakfast, you have to deduct that from your per diem.
Yeah.
With my company.
Yeah.
So
crazy. Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, it's hard now, depending on the type of place you're going to. If 3 meals a day on $44 is next to fucking nothing. I mean, that's almost fast food every meal. If you eat 3 meals a day and don't have hotel breakfast.
I disagree.
Really?
I can do it. Now,
Well,
I don't, but I mean, I can do it without eating fat. I can do it and eat good stuff. I mean,
for every meal?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, but breakfast for me, even when I'm not traveling, is like a banana for breakfast is what I typically eat anyway. And most hotels have some fruit downstairs that you can grab.
That's true.
But
I'm just point being that, like, if you take breakfast out of the equation, even if you go somewhere for lunch as by yourself, if you don't just get a water to drink and you get like some on the meal, you're looking at probably $15.
Sure.
15 to 20, give or take. And then at most dinners you're going to have are going to be 20 to 30.
Yeah. That's $45. My day is 44.
Right. Yeah.
I don't know. I've just never had a problem.
I know, but I'm saying, but then you throw like breakfast into that at all. Like if you have to buy breakfast, then you're well over $50 is my point.
You can be.
Yeah.
You can be. I don't know. I don't ever have a problem eating good food and staying under the per diem. But I also don't care if I go over the per diem because it's my money and I'm going to eat good shit.
No, for sure. And you're still going to, I get that.
Yeah.
But my point being is it amazes me. Like I get not having $100 a day. That's insane. That's like executive fucking per diem in my opinion. Sure. But like to me, $50 a day would be a better cutoff for most places. And most bigger companies do. It is like a $50 per diem for people I've talked to. And like 50 is more reasonable to me because then it's like, okay, I can get a $10, $15 lunch and then I can get a fucking $30 dinner.
Yeah.
If I want to.
So that if you use the company, so with the company I work for, if you use the company credit card to pay for your meals, you have a set amount for each meal.
Right.
If you do the per diem, they just pay you the $44.
Right. So could you stack it if it's divided per? That's fucked.
So it's $8 for breakfast. 12 for lunch, 24 for dinner.
Wow.
But I've done that and eaten good stuff.
Yeah.
Use the company card.
I'm not saying it's not possible. Yeah. I'm just saying you have to be much more selective with what you get.
You do.
Is my point.
You do. Yeah. But that's why years ago, I just said, I'll do the per diem. If I want to spend more at dinner, I will. If I want to spend
So if you get the per diem, you get the whole amount.
You get the whole amount as long as no one else buys you lunch or breakfast or whatever, you know, like
interesting.
Like usually the manager of wherever I'm at takes whoever's visiting out to lunch one day, and you just have to go into your expenses and deduct that.
Stupid. Like what? You should just get the whole 40. I don't care if someone else buys you lunch. Like you are still traveling, you should get the $44. That's my point.
And the company's paying for your meal at that point, though.
Right. Yeah.
So instead of them paying for it twice.
Yeah. I don't know.
I get it. I don't like it, but I get it.
Right.
Anyway.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Jacksonville, I don't know what they got. You know, I'm sure I can get some decent seafood in Jacksonville. Outside of that.
Sure. I guess part of me thinks though, it's like, in general, but also prices are going up on shit. And if you don't adjust per diem, then it gets more difficult to have. And by good food, I don't necessarily mean fancy, but like, I don't even know. I just know that there's some place, I guess when I think of like good food, like I want to go to like a fucking steakhouse and that's going to be fucking $50.
Yeah.
Cause like if it's like a barbecue thing, like fuck that. That's when I'll Uber eat. I'll spend $30 on the one meal or like 24 on the one meal, but it might only be 15 off the menu. I'll pay the extra fucking money for the goddamn Uber Eats so I don't have to leave the room.
But, no, I like leaving the room and getting out and seeing things.
Yeah. See, I don't.
What's the best thing you've ever eaten or best place you've ever eaten when you've been traveling for work?
I don't know. I honestly, because I don't venture out and try to get shit or look for things. I really don't. Like if I'm on the road for work, and with the company I'm currently with, it's usually I'm out with somebody and they just kind of pick. Like I'll be like, hey, they'll be like, oh, we're gonna go here, and I'm like, yeah, I want Mexican food.
So you don't really work with other people that often when you're out on the road.
This job, yes. Previous job, I was by myself always.
See, I always ask people that work in the building I'm in for the week, like, hey, what's good? Like, if I want to eat this, what's good?
Yeah. See, for me though, by the end of the day, like I'm so sick of talking or looking at anyone. I don't want to fucking leave the hotel.
Oh, I get that.
because you know me with people now, right? Like I could be around people. I'm around, you do my job, all that shit. But yeah, when I'm done, like I don't want to see anybody. I don't care who it is, coworker, company. I'll go for
I don't mind that. I just don't want to have to interact with someone.
Yeah.
I don't mind interacting with a bartender or a waitress
and see, to me,
waiter.
Even
or
that's exhausting. Like I just want to stay in the fucking room, not talk to anyone, watch TV. I'll talk to Amanda for a little bit, and I go to fucking bed.
You are such a pansy when it comes to that shit. That's too much. To talk to a waitress is too much.
Yeah.
That's
not too much. I mean, it's more effort than I want to put into it. By too much,
how much effort do you have to put into telling a waitress, I'll have a cheeseburger, hold the tomatoes?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the interaction. I don't want any human interaction. None. It's
all right.
It's mentally exhausting for me.
That's insane.
Yeah.
You have a weak mind.
Yeah, I guess.
Oh my God. No, I don't mind that. But see, that is a difference in you and I, is that I like to go out and see new things and new places, or at least something I can't see regularly. And that's my main criteria when I travel for work, is I don't want to eat shit that I can eat at home.
Right.
So for me, the best shit
but you're also not gone 80% of the time.
That's true.
Like when I travel,
but for the last year, you're not gone 80% of the time.
No. But this last year, anytime I've had to be gone, we've gone out every night and eaten food or done whatever and all that shit. But I'm just saying, when I was traveling, 90-100% travel, I don't want to fucking leave the room. Like I'm going to be here all week. I'm going to be somewhere else tomorrow. I'm going to be somewhere else the day after that. Like, yeah, fuck that. I just want to rest and chill in the room.
I like the adventure.
Right.
I don't know. I don't mind it. Like when I had to go to Northern California, I drove up to Donner Pass and checked that out. Granted, there's zero interaction, human interaction up there, but then drove to Lake Tahoe and checked that out, and then drove back.
But like when I was, say, with like the last company, but like I said, I would have to drive to Atlanta, right? I'm there for fucking a day, and then the next morning I'm getting up at 5 a.m. I'm driving to fucking Charlotte, and then I'm there for 2 days, and the next day after that I'm getting up at fucking
if you're doing the driving, I get it. You just want to go to the hotel room and chill.
And
I get that,
but that's been my entire travel work up until this job.
Okay, all right, I'll give you that. If you were doing tons of driving, I get. I would, and that's personally though, I know myself, and I would just push through it and go ahead and drive wherever else to see whatever else I wanted to see, or eat whatever else I wanted to eat. I get that.
Yeah.
But
and there's a few nights I get, if I was somewhere for more than 2 nights, usually the middle night, I'd go out and get some food or something.
Oh, see, being there less time makes me even more apt to go out and do something. Yeah, because I have limited amount. Like when I was out in LA last month, like one night I just did go to some hole in the wall Chinese place, pick up food and go back to the hotel and eat. But I'm also getting, while it's not true real Chinese food, I'm still getting better shitty Chinese food out there than I'm going to get here.
And I will say, like, if it's a specific place, like say say I'm in Arizona, right? I'm going to go get some fucking killer Mexican food, or Southern California. And there's specific things in different places I'll go get.
Why wouldn't you get Native American food?
Right.
Why Mexican?
Because Mexican food is fucking better.
I don't know. Have you ever had Native American food?
No.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't think I'm sure it exists, but I've never heard of a Native American restaurant.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's $1 million idea.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah. Anyway, go ahead.
Free range deer with nothing but bow and arrows. But
I mean,
but yeah. So what I'm saying is, like, if I'm a specific part of the country, I'll go and get something that's what that area is known for, like something that's good, whatever. Like when I was in New York for fucking a month and a half. Like I got pizza a lot, like New York style pizza, whatever. But outside of that, it's like, dude, like what the fuck is the difference between Charlotte and Atlanta? Like fucking nothing. It's a different goddamn city. It's the same.
Yeah, but there may be small mom and pop owned chains or whatever around there that you can go get stuff from.
Yeah, but it's still the same thing as you're going to get it.
Maybe the same style of food, but it's going to have its nuances.
But those nuances I don't give a fuck about.
Yeah.
Yeah. So again,
I want to see. I want to know who's got the better.
Yeah, see, it just doesn't matter to me.
I just like different. That's the thing.
Yeah.
I like different.
Right.
Give me some of that strange. No.
Yeah.
So I asked you,
but
what's
I do
the same.
But I do the same thing for Uber Eats, right? I'll find local spots and I'll order from that. But part of it too is, like, again, when I was, my habits before might be different than this job, but when I was, our per diem was $40 a day, and I was getting up at 6 and driving. And so it wasn't like I was getting, like, I get a little hotel breakfast, but if I stopped for, I only got so much for anyway, it was a mess. But leaving that early. By the time I got to the end of the day, like I'd rather just fucking stay home or stay home.
Yeah,
call the hotel home.
I more so get the wanting to just stay in the hotel if you've been driving.
But I'll order
hours.
shit from different places for sure. Like
All
I'll
right,
try to
that makes
that
a
way.
little more sense.
I just don't like going out in public and dealing with that fucking garbage. I'd rather just stay to have it brought to me and then I don't have to fucking leave.
And that's the main difference between you and us. I like to see the area.
Yeah.
I still do like to have, my own time by myself back at the hotel, jerk off, whatever.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Like,
so
but even here, a man and I will go out to eat sometimes, like on a date night or some shit. But usually, like after I'm home from work, I don't leave the goddamn house.
I got you.
Like we don't go out, we don't do shit. And every now and then she's like, "Hey, I'd like to go out tonight." I'm like, "Okay," and we'll go out. But for the most part, I get home, I don't want to leave. I don't want to go out to eat. I don't want to go get food. I don't want to go pick things up. I want to do none of it.
I'm the same way, except that I do want to go out if Krista wants to go out.
Yeah,
because she doesn't go out as often,
right?
Especially over the last 2 years.
Well, I've had to tell Amanda, like, if you want to go, you have to tell me, because I'm never going to be like, "Hey, you want to go out tonight?" Nah, never comes into my mind. I get home, I want to stay the fuck home.
Oh, I got you. Yeah. No, I will say that to Krista every once in a while.
And it's more and more, the older I get, the less I want to leave the house.
Interesting.
I hate being around people.
Leaving the house doesn't bother me. It's if I have to interact one-on-one with the general public.
Yeah.
I don't throw waitresses and waiters and hostesses and hosts and whatever. I don't throw them quite into that general category because they're there to provide a service to me.
Right.
But I don't like I went to the store today. I had to go to went and bought some more glasses and things like that. And I got back home and Krista had considered going out as well. And I got home and I said, "It's a good thing you didn't go out. We would have ended up in an argument because it was a fucking madhouse over in Turkey Creek. It was just a shit show today. And we would have ended up in an argument."
And usually I don't like going back out after home. Like I'll always message Amanda before I leave work. "Do you need anything on my way home?" Like,
I do the same thing.
Because I will pick up anything, but after I'm home, I don't want to go the fuck back out unless we've planned ahead of time to go out. Like fuck that. Like even like I said, you don't like to interact with public. To me, even talking to a waiter, waitresses, whatever, like it's just the same. It's interacting with the public. Like I have to be nice, have to smile, do all that shit.
You're not just generally a nice person?
No.
You're an asshole?
No, I'm nice to them. I have to.
No. But I'm saying, in general, are you an asshole?
You mean towards other people?
Yes.
Mentally, yes. Like internally,
mentally, what does that matter?
Means internally, yeah. Externally, no. I make it a point to be nice and kind to people,
and that takes
energy.
Too much energy.
Yeah, I fucking hate it.
Jesus Christ.
And and I'm describing it the best way I can. It's not so much that it takes energy and I'm just too weak or too tired to do it. It's
you
just
have to pay attention to it.
I have to pay attention.
To think about it.
And I hate it.
No,
I loathe the process of having, like, if I'm at home, I'm happy at home with Amanda. I don't have to fucking try not to be an asshole. I don't have to, like, I could just zone the fuck out and do whatever I need to do. But if I'm out, like, I'm like, okay, am I being a dick? I got to be polite, all that fucking shit. And I don't, it's more, let me rephrase, it's not so I can't handle it, the energy. It's more energy that I want to put out. Like it's an annoyance to me.
It's a hassle.
It's a hassle. That's the better way to put it.
And
if I don't have to be hassled, I'm not going to be hassled.
Yeah, driving in public is a hassle to me. Interacting with
waiter,
waitress, or whatever,
separate things.
Yeah, for sure.
Like if I come home and I leave work a little early to beat the traffic, and there's traffic, I'm livid.
Yeah, I was on the phone with Krista the other day on my way home, and there was traffic, unexpected traffic, and I said, "All right, I'm going to let you go because I feel my blood pressure going up, and I don't need this rubbing off on you before I get home. Like, I don't want to set you off before I get home because, I mean, whether we want to or not, the people around us will affect us.
Yeah.
And so, if you're talking to someone who's in the ill mood, chances are they can affect you. So,
yeah, to a degree, I'm very careful not to take that shit out or project that onto Amanda, though. I mean, if she's with me, she can feel it. You know what I mean?
That's the thing. When she feels it, when Krista feels it, it stresses her out.
Yeah.
And, whatever, childhood trauma, whatever it is. So I've tried to, over the last several years, be cognizant of that kind of thing because, I'd rather come home and not. So I just say, I'm going to let you go.
Yeah, for sure. But the funny thing is, like I also, this, I hate talking on the phone. I'll talk to Amanda on the phone, like every now and then. And it's usually, but if we get done, like we end the conversation, there's no staying on the fucking phone. Like, all right, like you got anything else? Nope, me neither. Talk to you later.
Krista's a lot like that. She won't just, and I'm one that I will just kind of I will sit on the phone with her the same way if we're sitting in a room together.
Yeah.
Where you're just sitting in there, and then if you think of something, you'll say it or whatever.
Yeah, to fuck that.
Yeah.
That's maddening.
When I'll say over the last, I don't know, 3 to 5 years, whatever, I get it.
Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But used to, it was just like, if I'm on my lunch break,
yeah,
and she's at home or she's on her lunch break or whatever, I don't mind just putting the phone on speakerphone and sitting it there, eating whatever. And then if I think of something, saying it, if she thinks of something, says it or whatever, she's
no, fuck that. That's a fucking nightmare. But Amanda and I are the same way. Like we have that agreement. Like if there's something to talk about, or if I'm driving, we want to bullshit, fine. But as soon as the conversation's like dwindling, it's like, all right, I'll let you go. Love you. And that's But I also, about the only time we talk on the phone is if one of us is driving somewhere and we're bored driving, and that's it. And even if there's no conversation, that's it. We do not talk on the phone ever. Like with those few exceptions, we'll text, but that's it.
I get it.
And so most of the time, if we're talking while I'm driving or she's driving, it's just because it's not convenient to text, or it's more than we want to text, whatever. But yeah, I hate being on the phone. I hate it so much.
So I asked you,
favorite thing to eat while I'm on there, or best thing
what's the best thing you've ever eaten, or best place you've ever eaten from, or whatever, while you've been on the road? But
fuck, I don't know.
Right. Okay. Yeah. Alrighty.
I mean, I've had really good, like, I think I enjoy that shit more if I'm living somewhere new. But if I'm just like in and out for work, like I don't fucking care because I'm not going to remember.
Really?
Yeah.
And
you
don't remember a good meal?
No, God, no. Like I'll remember, oh shit, like this last time I was in San Antonio. One of the nights we went to some Mexican place. Can't tell you the name of it. It was down the road from around the block from the hotel. It was fucking fantastic.
Yeah. You remember it though. You don't remember the name of the place, but you still remember
the food was good, but it's not a memory. Like I would have been just as fine if I'd have gone and eaten something mediocre.
Maybe you wouldn't.
No, I would.
You don't know that.
I do.
You don't know. Maybe that was the best thing you've ever eaten.
No, it wasn't the best thing I've ever eaten.
Right, but you still remember it. So
I just remember that it was good when I went.
Good. You just called it fantastic.
Well, compared to here, yeah, for sure.
Well, that's not fair. That's not a fair assessment of Mexican food.
Yeah, in the range of Mexican food that I've consumed, it's in the middle. It's nowhere near top tier shit. But I mean,
for sure,
it's the best Mexican food I had in a long time. But it's San Antonio. Well, Tex-Mex, not really. Mexican
most of the Mexican food you eat in the U.S. is Tex-Mex. That
most,
and which is what I told the guy I work with that works in L.A.
or Baja.
The guy I work with in L.A. is Mexican, and I just told him. He said, "Do you like Mexican food?" Because I said, "Hey, look, I want you to think of some places I can go eat." He said, "Do you like Mexican?" I said, "Yeah, but I mean, I get Mexican here. But if you can get me some authentic Mexican,
right,
then we'll be game on." And
he
was like, "I got you."
Nice.
Like, say less, fam. Yeah.
Well, for me, it's not so much, has nothing to do with travel. It's just like there's a few places I remember eating just because they were really good, but they didn't coincide with business trips for the most part.
I got you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like,
what's the best thing that you've eaten when you've been traveling? Period. For work
anything?
or for pleasure. What's the best food you've eaten, or best place you've eaten at? Whatever.
Could it be somewhere I've lived too?
Okay.
So it depends on the genre of food. I was working in Atlanta. This is the only one I remember for my work trip. In Atlanta. I don't remember the name of the place. I know it's close to the university. Who's the fucking B? What the fucking is the B team?
Georgia Tech.
Georgia Tech. Close to Georgia Tech. So I was working at Georgia Tech. Some fucking breakfast spot. Don't remember the name of it. Had the best chicken and waffles I've ever had.
Okay.
Fucking fantastic.
I fucking love chicken.
Yeah, I do too. But it was on point.
Yeah.
And then other than that, there's this other place when I was stationed in Arizona. Or not station, when I lived in Arizona during the pastoral days.
Sure.
And it was like a local spot, like the menu was in English, one of those places, and it was the best Mexican food I've ever had, was at this specific place. And there's a little taqueria in Petaluma, California I used to go to. That's about it.
Gotcha.
Those are the only three as far as like places I remember that were really fucking good. But one of them I went to all the time, or two of them I went to all the time.
Okay.
We're drinking Mad Dog 2020 there, Talon.
What is that? Talon. What your boys drinking?
Yeah, it's the asshole that keeps trying to follow me on Instagram, and I keep rejecting him.
Yeah.
But little Mad Dog, a little old school.
Little Mogan David.
Yeah. But anyway, but I'm not also like, you enjoy food more than I enjoy food.
I've learned over the last month.
Yeah.
I have a person from my 600-pound life inside me.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I love to eat good food, but it's not a meaningful experience to me. Like,
well, I wouldn't call it meaningful.
You search out places to experience. That's part of being meaningful.
It's not so much to experiences that I just want something different than I could get at home.
Okay.
If I'm somewhere else, I don't want the same thing if I'm somewhere else.
Yeah,
That's the thing.
I understand that.
Yeah.
And again, that's where if I'm somewhere regionally specific, like if I'm out west, I'm going to try to find a good Mexican spot. If I'm out, New York, I'm going to find it, or Chicago, I'm trying to find a good pizza spot. But it's not like, and I'm not big on hitting chain shit, but it's not an important thing to me. Like if I'm craving it, like I'm like fucking Mexican food sounds good. I'm in fucking, Arizona. I'm in Southern California. Yeah, I'm going to get some fucking good Mexican food because I want Mexican food.
Sure.
But it's not like but if I can't find something or goes like, oh, fuck, I'll order Papa John's. I don't give a shit.
How you went from Mexican food to Papa John's?
Because it matters that, like, if I can get what I want, great. But if I can't, there's always a fallback.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
And again, it's like I don't want to seem like I don't enjoy like traveling and going places.
Sure.
I do. But for me, when I'm on the road for work, all I'm thinking about is getting the fucking work done. Like I'm 100% in fucking work mode, like almost the entire time.
Yeah, but at the end of the work day,
even then, I'm thinking about the next day, the shit I got to get done and what I got to do. And so, like, for me, that's why I don't want to go out and do shit else. I just want to stay and unwind and I don't think about anything. Because if I'm out, like somewhere,
going out is what keeps me from thinking about the next day.
See, if I go out, I'm looking at the clock. I'm like, fuck, I need to be back by this time. I got this shit. I got to get up at this time. I got to do this. I got to do that. And I'm like, now if I'm in the room, I'm throwing my fucking headphones because I connect them Bluetooth with my fucking Fire Stick. Fucking eat whatever I've ordered and just zone the fuck out on the TV. That's what keeps my brain off of all this shit.
See, going out to somewhere else and eating does that, but yeah.
See, for me, it's media. Media is what the fuck keeps my brain off of everything else. I can watch like Community. Like we just started Community again the other day just because I missed watching it. But
sure.
Like, and usually I don't watch a lot of new. If there's a new movie I wanted to see, I will. But a lot of times when I'm on the road, I'll watch shit I've seen 1,000 times.
Yeah,
sure. I don't have to think about it and just zone the fuck out.
Yeah, I got you.
Yeah. But I'm one ball of like fucking like, because I'll put in, if I'm allowed to on site, I'll work a goddamn 16, 17 hour day just to fucking get done. Like I like being on the road, but I don't like feeling like I want to get shit done. I want to move on to the next.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I got you.
And again, if I think about it or if I have time, like I'll take time to go somewhere, but usually it's like, if I'm there for 4 days, I'll go like on the third day.
Yeah. And that's the difference between my job and yours is that I am very much limited to the facility has to be up and running.
Right.
No, not offices. I spend lots of time on the floor when I travel, but the majority of my time is spent on the floor where the quote day-to-day work is being done. But if they're not there working, if they get done early, whatever, like I'm dead in the water. There's nothing else I can do aside from, I could send the daily report out, but that's 10 minutes.
Well, it's weird to me. So my last job we had, was working on construction sites. Our hours technically weren't until like, you have to be on site until fucking like 9 o'clock. But I found with a lot of the crews and stuff, they started like 5 a.m. Right. And they would go till like 4. I could get, or, depending on the shifts they were working. And I figured out, like, cause every other person that worked in the field, they would get there like their 8, 9 o'clock range. Nah, I talked to the electrician the first day. I was like, what the fuck time do you guys start? I would get there when they started because I could get 4 times more done. And that's why they fucking loved my ass, because I got so much more done than almost every other fucking field guy that I worked with. Cause I'd show up at fucking 5 o'clock in the morning and then I'd fucking work 50. I was salaried, so it didn't matter. And then put in a fucking, however long of a day I needed to, and I get shit done in half the time. But regardless of all that, I'm like, I don't know. Like I think I may be misrepresented. I enjoy eating good food while I'm out when I can, but most of the time I'm not in the mood to. That might be the better way to put it. I don't feel like going out, because leaving half the time, like I said, I won't eat all day just so I can use my per diem money, all of it, to order shit to bring to me.
Sure. I got you. See, and that's the thing. I can name everywhere that I have to travel for work. I can name the best food I've eaten at all those places.
Yes, I can.
And I always try to find new stuff when I go back, but also at least eat at those places while I'm there. Like for me, LA, which I haven't until this year, I didn't get to eat it. Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. Fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, the Mexican food I got was great as well, but Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles, which, because good chicken and waffles, it's hard to beat a good chicken and waffles.
Yeah. Oh, it is. But, it might be different with the new job because the travel's going to be different than the last one was. But the last one, like the 7th time I'm in Charlotte, I don't give a fuck what's nearby.
No, I get that.
Because that was all regional, right? So I was almost always Atlanta, Charlotte, Raleigh, whatever.
Raleigh.
Raleigh. Nashville or Memphis a couple times. Like but it was all like in a pocket. And I was hitting those same places.
Yeah, sure. That I get.
Times. Yeah.
That I get. Yeah.
Yeah.
But for me, LA is Roscoe's Chicken and Waffles. It was
Mhm.
great. The Mexican food was good as well. But if I go up to Wisconsin, I try
all cheese. Nothing but cheese.
No, I drive. It's about a 45-minute drive, but I go hit up Lou Malnati's to get a Chicago style pizza.
Right.
And then Northern California. I don't have a specific place in Northern California.
We're in NorCal. Do you go usually?
It's just outside Sacramento.
Oh, okay.
It's
west or east, north or south.
Hold on, I don't know that. Trying to think of what the actual little town is. I'll think of it in a little bit.
I'll say if you're close to Santa Rosa, there's a goddamn good coffee. Now, there's when you get God damn it, I'm getting tongue tied. Not so much food. I do usually try to find a really good coffee place in the area.
That's the difference. I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
Hotel coffee at work. I don't care.
Fuck that.
Just splash of milk, black over ice. I'm good.
No, so I try to find a really good local coffee spot. I
like good coffee, but I'm not going to hunt it out.
Right.
Yeah.
But coffee shops are kind of one of those places you go up and there's a pretentious fucking barista there that scoff at you when you order some shit, and then you don't talk to anyone. It's fantastic. Nobody comes and asks how you're doing. If you need a refill, none of that shit. You just sit in the fucking corner, drink your fucking coffee.
Gotcha.
But I do, and I will say I haven't found many really good ones. Like Charlotte, I found a really, really good coffee spot. I don't remember the fucking name of it. California, there's two. There's one in downtown San Francisco called Aromas, and I don't know if it's still open. And there was one in Santa Rosa, California called Aroma Roasters. Both fucking great. Love coffee, and that's I
love coffee too, but I'm not going to hunt it out. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the thing. But
anyway. But coffee warms my soul.
Gotcha.
Food just makes me shit.
All right.
This is fucking boring.
I'm enjoying it. Welcome to the new episode.
It's because you're savoring our. Yeah, you'll have full creative. You'll have full creative control from here.
No one will ever change the title of an episode that I create.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
I'm gonna get canceled. I need to remember to bring that up to Evan when they're on at the end of the month. Yeah, because that's so you changed an episode.
He would have found it funny.
That's the only thing I gave a shit about.
Right,
and it wasn't a bad title. You called it clickbait, and that was not what it was for.
No, it was clickbaity, is what I said. I know it's not what it was for.
Sure,
but the title itself, some people would have been like, "What the fuck is that?" Because contextually, where we are at in society could fuck us over.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, we've had the same discussion with other things of somebody saying some shit they got plugged as racist. You're like, yeah, it's not racist. I'm like, no, it's not. But the perception of it is.
I see.
And perception
you were trying
is what
to
matters.
Save this new job. That's what you're.
Yes.
I didn't even consider that.
Yeah.
I was just like, all right,
it's perception because
he's making his last power move before he leaves.
Because the likelihood of somebody with a new spot hearing this is slim because it's buried pretty well as far as my shit being attached to it. But if somebody did, the likelihood of somebody taking time to listen to a whole episode, but if they saw a title such as one,
even that title wasn't bad.
Yes, it was.
No, it was not.
It was.
It was not.
For modern day times, yes, it was. Okay. For us, it is not. But I verified it because I asked a man. I was like, okay, you know anything?
Oh, that's not a good person.
It is a good person.
No, it's not.
Yeah. How do you think most internet fucking trolls think?
Not like her.
No, but as far as being more sensitive to that type of shit, yes.
I disagree.
Okay.
That's fine. I mean, look, it's fine. Like I had a good title. Yeah. You changed it. That's fine.
But the title I changed to was not bad. It wasn't as edgy.
It wasn't a good. It was a blah title.
Yeah.
It was blah.
It was blah.
No, you need something eye catchy.
That's clickbait.
No.
Yeah, clickbaity.
No, headlines of articles are eye catching, and that doesn't make them clickbait.
It makes them clickbait-y. It depends on if they're truthful to what.
Yeah, and that's what our title was, truthful to what it was.
Oh, Jesus.
That was. Anyway, regardless. You want to knock out the Mad Marchness?
Oh yeah, let's do it.
If not, we'll put it off another week and let Stephanie Munch help you.
We'll do it. We'll do it here. Let me pull up the old fucking timer.
For anyone watching or listening, this is the final round. This will be round 3, the final round of Mad Marchness. We've started out with eight topics that piss me off. I've ranted about them all, and we are down now to the 5th and 6th seed made it, and it is
the 2 underdogs.
Yeah, honestly, the middle of the pack stuff. People not dressing for the occasion, and people walking in the middle of a parking lot.
Yep.
So, people not dressing for the occasion, we can go with that. You're gonna play the music. You don't remember which one it is, do you?
Which music was it?
Well, you're using the name game music.
Oh yeah,
or not the name game.
That's the one I had ready.
It's like the sound music or whatever, something like that.
God
I
damn it.
don't remember what it's called.
Hold on. I have it. Let me pull it up here. Which one was it?
I think the
Thought we used
I
this
think
one.
it's the yellow one.
I want to use this one.
All right, go for
It's
it.
longer,
I
but
don't
whatever.
Go,
hold on, give it a minute.
I know, I forgot about this one. We use this for Don, rest his soul. This is good music.
This sounds like some dude's coming out with a fucking tassel on the tip of his dick. Until this part.
And like I said, good music.
This is the part that's appropriate. It's just sloppy. All right, you ready?
All right, so what do we people
Walking
not dressing for the
occasion.
occasion.
You ready?
This is my least favorite one out of
Are
all
you
of
ready?
these topics. No.
Go.
People not dressing for the occasion. So funerals are a big one. I went to a funeral back a few months ago, and I saw lots of jeans and t-shirts at this fucking funeral. And I get it. It's the South. Maybe you don't have maybe you don't have nice clothes, but at least don't wear a Garth Brooks shirt to a funeral. You know,
I got friends in low places.
Still, for sure. No, I just, we're talking about travel.
Mhm.
I'm a firm believer that you're defying the laws of gravity and physics and being in a plane. So at least dress like you appreciate the fact that you're in a cigar tube flying through the sky over a flat earth and toward the sun that's going to just spin around in a moment and be away from you. But outside of that, church, come as you are. No, fuck that. You're supposed to put your best out for Jesus. No, that's it. I got nothing else for not dressing the occasion.
It was very disappointing.
Yeah, it was very for me too.
It was very unpassionate.
It was because it's just, I don't know.
See, I feel like with that one too, if I should sit and start giving you examples of things, and it would fire you up much faster than
for
going
sure.
cold.
So here we go. Do it again. Final round. This is what we'll do. We'll do 2 instances of each.
Now, let's just scratch that last one.
No. Do 2 instances of each. One, I'm just gonna free ball it. The next, and then we'll do it again. And you give me examples of shit.
Okay.
And you have to take both of those rants for each and decide which one pissed me off more. Okay, so now here we're going to do people not dressing for the occasion again, and you're going to give me examples of shit.
Right.
And you 1 minute still.
I'm going to give you examples before the minute. I'm going to give you 3 examples, and I'm going to hit go.
Oh, no. I wanted you to just fire off the example, and I'm going to take off on it, and then you fire off another one if I die on that example.
Okay.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You hit the timer, you give me an example. When I'm done with that example, you fire another one off.
Okay.
So,
are you,
start the timer. I'm ready.
Okay. All right, here we go.
People not dressing for the occasion. Go for it.
T-shirts for business casual.
Oh my God. Business casual. T-shirt is not business casual. A collared polo shirt, that's business casual. I'm fine with jeans for business casual. If there's no holes in the jeans, I first off, when did having holes in the jeans, when do I need to see your pussy lips coming out of your jeans for them to be considered stylish or whatever? So T-shirts for business casual. Fuck off with that. But a T-shirt is never business anything. It's not business anything. That's a blue collar working man shirt. Go ahead. Next thing.
Baseball caps at a wedding.
Baseball caps at a wedding. First off, how fucking old are you? I mean, what self-respecting grown man wears a baseball cap anywhere that has any amount of formality to it? If you're going to the store, fine. If you're working in your yard, fine. Although I like a straw hat. What else you got for me?
That's it.
Oh, okay.
See, That was a lot more effective.
That worked better?
Yeah, did it work better for you?
T-shirts for business casual really set me off.
You were triggered.
That really set me off. Yeah, that one really set me off. All right. This next one is people walking in the middle of a parking lot.
Yep. Ready?
Hold on, I got to catch my breath. I meant to check my heart rate before we start
doing
doing this.
Are you ready?
Yeah.
All right, go.
So I dealt with this today. Some guy comes out of work at Walmart. He's getting off work and he's walking through the middle of a parking lot. You work, and he had a vest. He had a high-vis vest on, so you know he has to go out and push cars. So you know how it is in a parking lot. Get out of the fucking, and I had to stand there and watch and get right behind him and watch him. And he was doing this little tapping shit with his fingers, like these. If I got to get behind some mongoloid walking through a parking lot that can't get his shit together and move the fuck over, and I got to get behind some fucking fat person and look at your cankles and your fucking thighs pushing your ass up into a V shape as you walk through the parking lot because you don't know how to hug over up against the cars. Yeah, maybe you bump one and the alarm goes off. I don't give a shit. The fuck out of my way. And if you're old, you shouldn't even be allowed to go to the store anymore. Just like you shouldn't be allowed to drive anymore. You should be fucking what is Instacarting that shit to come to your house because you're old and you don't know how to walk through a parking lot with any amount of quickness. And if you have to use a walker, god damn it, just you don't deserve much anything.
All right.
Yeah, I dealt with that today, so that was a little fresh on my mind.
Fresh. All right.
All right. So now you're gonna give me.
Yeah.
I don't know how you're gonna give me examples, but
I got
go
some
for it. Okay. Here we go.
People that aren't little kids walking 4 wide and blocking half of the fucking aisle.
First off, you're not. I don't know 4 people that I want to walk through a parking lot with. I mean, to me, that's like 100 points. I'm getting 25 for each of you. If I get you all at one time, I get a bonus if I can run you all over. But you're walking 4. You shouldn't be walking 4 wide, even if you're hugging up against the cars and staying out of most of the lane. You shouldn't even be walking 4 wide in the store. You're just taking up too much fucking room. I'd be willing to bet if you're a person that does that, you probably don't pay a lot of taxes, so you don't deserve that much space out there in the public that I need to get through a parking lot. What else you got?
The corner to corner diagonal walk slowly across.
Well, the diagonal doesn't bother me. Whatever. That doesn't bother me because I get it. I'm going to go diagonal, but I'm not going to walk. I'm going to go quickly. And if you're walking slow, whether you're going diagonal or going straight through the walk lane, I don't care if you've even got the walk sign. You should move quickly. Move with purpose. Jesus loves people that move with purpose. So people walking in the middle of the parking lot is the winner?
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, number 5. That's the 5 seed. So there we go.
Yeah.
There we go. That's the winner of the Mad Marchness. I still don't like that title. Oh, God. And for old time's sake, let's do a couple of topics.
You're acting like that I'm leaving today.
No, but it's old time. I feel like we haven't done this much lately.
That would be funny as shit if I just like this was my last day and didn't tell you.
Whatever. I mean, it is what it is at that point. All right. You going to play the music?
It's going to be like my current job. I played I gave a 4-week notice for transitions, and it's like, you're just going to fucking cut me off today. Like, yeah, we don't need you back here. Thanks, though.
Either that or you're just not doing shit while you're working. Right. Like, what are you going to do? Fire me?
Yeah, exactly. I said that this last week. We were doing some shit. And I was like, yeah, fuck you guys. I quit. And they all got really quiet for a second. I don't know which one's a bag of shit. Oh, there it is.
Oh, look at you.
Boom.
You got it.
Yeah, except I hate the voiceover because it's the bag of shit. So we're just going to go right into it.
All right.
Ooh. I hate the VO.
Do you? Celebrity deaths.
Mm-hmm. That had been one of yours.
Yeah.
That's a good one, though.
Celebrity deaths.
Celebrity deaths. What always comes to my mind now is when somebody says celebrity death is immediately Philip Seymour Hoffman.
Interesting. He's been dead a while.
But the reason that one comes to mind, because it was one of the most mourned by the people that I know.
Really?
That because I know a lot of people, as you do, that love fucking movies, and they they just consider him such a great fucking actor. And even if they didn't he was. He was fantastic. But even if they weren't like love all of it, it's like, oh, we lost such a great actor, blah blah blah. It fucking doesn't matter.
Yeah,
It's like
he was really good.
Watch Pirate Radio and shut your goddamn mouth.
Watch Pirate Radio, watch Boogie Nights, watch Along Came Polly, and then watch
he's fantastic.
what's Capote, Truman, or whatever it was called. I mean, it's 4 wide range of different styles, and see how great he was.
With that being said, I've never understood the public mourning that goes behind celebrity deaths. I get
why news outlets and things like that put the shit out there because it gets people to research whatever. I don't understand completely how people individually are affected by it.
That's what I mean. It says like I don't understand how people that don't know the motherfucker.
But I also don't mind if people post something like, you know, lost a good one today or whatever, rest in peace or whatever. Like, I don't mind that. That doesn't bother me. But people that sit, well, you remember when maybe you didn't because you weren't in public school, but I remember when Kurt Cobain died and girls were fucking crying their eyes out at school. That I don't understand. That still
happens with all these fucking celebrities.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson, or not Michael, I'm sorry, fucking Elvis Presley, when he fucking died, dude, that shit was mourned for fucking days.
He was the king of rock. You leave him alone.
Right. I'm just saying, like, I understand that from the general perspective of, I think part of it's gotten worse as time goes on because these people feel like people in general feel like they establish these weird connections with celebrities, right?
Sure.
That they represent something in them.
Especially as technology has increased and the world gets smaller
and more accessible.
You definitely feel like
but I still don't understand it. But again, we're similar wired in that fucking regard, but it's like, it doesn't affect your fucking life. Yeah, you won't ever get another movie or another song from this particular fucking person. And it's
but some people consider that to be an effect on their life, especially if you're weak.
But it's not.
I mean, who are you to say what does and doesn't affect people? I could, well,
it doesn't.
I think it shouldn't affect you.
Yeah. No, yeah. Okay. That's the thing. Like maybe it does, but it does.
It's the same as people who get depressed or whatever when their sports team loses.
Right.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Like it shouldn't, but it does.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, but I feel like that points to a whole fucking different goddamn slew of problems. And I say, but that's the thing is like, it does. I'm not denying that, but, I don't know, but the thing is like, yeah, it affects you practically speaking in the sense of like, it obviously has an effect on you emotionally.
Sure.
But as far as practically speaking in your life, it does not affect you. Your interpretation of it or how you receive the information affects you emotionally. But if Kurt Cobain never released another album, obviously he did, but I'm just saying like, say, who's your favorite musician right now?
Right now?
Or your favorite actress?
Oh, actor?
Yeah. Pick one. Favorite any celebrity.
Yeah, Robert Downey Jr.
Robert Downey Jr. If he died fucking tomorrow, and you never got another Robert Downey Jr. movie,
sure,
it doesn't affect the quality of your life whatsoever.
No, it doesn't. I agree with that.
Yeah.
But
for all you know, the next 10 movies he was going to do were all going to be shit and make you sad.
I agree with that. Now, that doesn't mean that next time I watch a movie that he's in, I'm going to come back, man, that sucks. We didn't get another movie from him. Right. Yeah. But I think because of the way
that would never even cross my mind, though. That thought would never cross my mind.
I got you. Okay.
Yeah. I sincerely don't understand that thought.
Yeah.
Like to sit there and think, oh man, I can't.
What I don't understand is Betty White dies and people go, gone too soon. She's fucking 90 something. She's almost 100.
Yeah.
She was fixing to turn 100 years old and gone too soon.
Yeah.
Gone too soon. Yeah. Some might argue she stayed too long.
Right.
Yeah. She was, I love Betty White. She was great. She's one of the funniest women.
She's fantastic.
You can't argue what she accomplished in a male dominated industry or whatever. She's hilarious. But gone too soon?
Yeah. But that's the thing. Is anybody really gone too soon?
I don't know. It depends.
I think they're all gone about when they should be gone.
Well, I mean, if everything happens for a reason, then
right
there you go.
Yeah. No, celebrities, I understand that people get attached to shit, especially when you're younger. But I don't understand. I guess I have a harder time understanding grown fucking people getting upset. Like high school girl, junior high girl getting upset because her favorite musician died. Yeah, they're fucked up in the head emotionally anyway. It's all over the top. I understand why. Not saying I think it's right, but I get the emotional attachment. Like Lyric right now, she loves whatever. Like there's a handful of bands she loves, and she has like an unhealthy emotional attachment to these bands, which I knew like that's usually teenage girls in general. That's why like fandom occurs. And so, like, I get it. Something happened for her, it's a big fucking deal. But as a grown person with any perspective on a larger world around you, fuck off. Fuck off.
Is there any person, celebrity, musician, anybody that when they die, you're going to be like, that sucks. We lost a good one.
No.
Who's been the closest to that for you?
There hasn't been.
I mean, somebody had to be closer than others.
No, it's all, I'm indifferent to all of it. Like, for me, it's like, oh, that's fucking crazy. Like, if somebody died, that was like an unexpected thing. I'm like, oh shit, that's crazy. But there's never like oh damn. No, I don't fucking care.
Yeah, well, I'm not asking if you care.
Right. But that's it. That's a type of caring to be like, oh man, that sucks. That means that's showing some amount of caring for the situation.
So what's wrong with that?
Nothing.
Okay.
There's nothing wrong with that. I'm just saying I don't understand it.
Okay.
Like, I understand people being upset about deaths that.
Is there any band or anybody you feel like you have an emotional attachment to?
No.
None at all.
No, because I separate what they've created connectivity wise versus the band itself. They're two very different fucking things.
Okay. So is there a band that you feel an emotional attachment to what they've created?
Emotional attachment is strong. There's things that have, lack of a better term, resonated with, if you want to call that emotional connection, but things that, like, they hit me in a way that like other songs don't. Like, I enjoy them for whether it's melody, whatever fucking countless reasons. But again, they've created that song's there. If they fucking die, that song still exists.
Sure.
So
is there any band that you look forward to their next
yes,
artistic expression?
Most of it's because, like, I found that a lot of the stuff that I like, that I look forward to shit, is usually nostalgia based, right? Like, Weezer's new EPs fucking sucked, but I'm still excited to hear, like, the newest one sucks. The next one might be good, might be bad. I don't know. I was super excited when the Format re-released that single. It was fucking terrible. I listened to it earlier. I've heard way, way better. And so there's like nostalgic base, and there's new bands that I find that I like because I love what they do musically, that I look forward to their next record just because I like the music that they make. But if that never got released, I'm not going to be like, oh, fuck, that sucks. Okay. Does that make sense? I don't feel like I'm.
It does make sense,
well.
but I don't think that that's how you really would react. I don't think you would have an emotional response.
Yeah, I think the closest I would get to that is if there's an album that was about to. Okay, as an example, when Ryan Adams, all of his shit happened with us getting accused of whatever else, and I didn't follow up what happened, but he had an album about to release. I had gotten a single. It was a good fucking single. I was stoked about the record. And then all that happened and it fucking went away. And I was like, God damn it, I wanted to hear the rest of that album.
That's how people feel about a general celebrity death.
Okay.
I think so. I think they're sad or whatever that they're not going to have the experience of that person anymore. I'm not saying it's a good thing to be that way.
Well, that's the thing. I'm not sad about it. It's more of, I'm pissed. Like, couldn't fucking keep that shit in your pants or whatever the fuck happened. I'm more pissed that the thing occurred to keep me from getting what I wanted. But if I didn't know that record was coming out, I wouldn't care.
Yeah.
It was just because, like I said, it was on iTunes, grayed out with the single. That's what I was like. I had it set in the queue, was excited for the record, and then it just fucking went away. And it was just like a selfish, well, fuck you guys. I just wanted the records.
Yeah.
But there's never been something I can say that I was legitimately like sad about happening in the celebrity, musician, whatever fucking front. Dude, if the entirety of MXPX fucking died tomorrow, which is one of our most nostalgic bands, nah, it's fine.
Yeah. I get that.
Yeah.
I don't have the emotional attachment as far as like the way a lot of people do, like the cry over someone.
That's what I'm saying.
Whatever.
I don't fucking
I don't have that, but I would think I would, depending on who it is, have the thought like, well, I wonder what else would have been in the pipeline for them.
Yeah.
Or, whatever. This actor dies or actress dies.
But I don't feel like it's emotional. That's just more of like, you like their work and you just would like to have seen more of it type of
That's
thing.
it. That's what I'm talking. That's what I'm asking you.
Yeah. No.
There's no one that you're like, well, I would like to have seen more of that.
No.
I just don't believe that.
Well,
I just believe you can't think of it.
No, I legitimately don't. It's never like I want to, because I look at it as when your shit's done and it's out there, the shit's done and it's out there. Like,
yeah. But we're not talking about what's out there.
No, but I'm saying like, I don't know what's coming next. And there's no part of me that like wishes I could find out. Like,
no, I don't wish I could find out
at
all. But I do think that would, it'd be nice to have some more stuff, because most of their stuff is really good or whatever. Like,
Dude,
but
I shit you
I'm
not.
never gonna lose sleep or lose brain cells.
No, but I shit you not. That never even fucking crosses my mind. It really
Mm.
does not. Like, not at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
It's never even a blip. But I mean, I don't think about family members that have died that I was close to. Like, that shit doesn't even fucking cross my mind.
That less so than any musician or actor or whatever that I would be into, or comedian or whatever.
Like, I don't have a single family member that I'm like, oh, I wish they were still here.
Interesting. I have had some family members I thought, I wonder how things would be if they were here.
I guess, but that's the thing. My brain does not do that with anything. Like, I don't have.
I'm not wishing for.
No. I don't even have a
or longing for it.
No,
like,
I understand that.
I wonder if my mom would still act the same way if her dad had not died in '88.
See, honestly, like that shit, and that's a process that I don't. My brain just doesn't even process that.
Gotcha.
Like, now that you've said that, I can look back. It's like, oh, I wonder whatever. But it's never a thought in the moment.
Sure.
Of anything. And that's why I think when like a celebrity dies, there's no thought to me of, oh, I would have liked to see more of them. I was like, well, fucking, they're dead. I got some other shit that I like that they did. It's good for me.
Interesting.
Yeah. So that's celebrity deaths for me. Like, I don't fucking care.
I got you.
But that's part of being a selfish asshole. Like, I like what I got. If I don't get more, okay, but I'm going to like what I got. I don't give a shit,
Some might argue that's a healthier way to be.
It is a healthier way to be, goddammit. Yeah.
All right, what you got?
It's the same thing, like you said, bringing up football, people getting like, I understand you're passionate about something, getting pissed, like, oh, my team lost. Fuck, I'm mad about it. I don't feel that way, but I understand it. But to literally go into some type of like mourning, like depression, nah.
Call in sick to work the next day.
There's some other shit going on in your life. Yeah. All right. Wives.
Oh, that must be one of mine.
It is one of yours. Wives.
Yeah.
What about them?
I want more. I don't remember what was going on.
I'll take the concubines.
You want the concubines?
No, I don't want any of those things.
I can't remember what was going on. I want to say that it was a polygamy thing.
I've had 3.
Yeah.
Separately.
Sure.
Third one's going pretty well. Almost 10 years in.
Pretty good.
Yeah.
Almost 10 years. For some reason I thought, no, you're right.
We just hit 9.
Just 9. Yep. 2013.
Yeah.
Yeah. How would you classify your relationship with your wife
now?
Yeah.
Well, my wife, I guess I only have a wife.
Yes.
Healthy, much more so than before. Like, it's good.
Do you wonder what she thinks about things or how she feels about stuff?
No, because she'll tell me.
Interesting. Do you wonder ahead of time how she's going to think or feel about something?
Not usually. I know her well enough by now that our biggest thing now that I have to watch is making assumptions on how she's feeling in the moment.
Do you base that off of what, a facial expression or what?
I think it's just general. It's usually based on a response, right? It could be facial expression. It could be the tone. It could just be the overall energy, whatever. But usually it's if I'm already feeling shitty, I tend to project that a little bit. And so we kind of have agreement we set like years ago that like, if I tell you I'm okay, I'm okay. Don't fucking keep asking.
Yeah.
And that's kind of like, it's harder for me than her.
Harder for you to not
take
ask again?
To take it at face value.
So if you ask her if she's okay and she says I am, it's hard for you to take that if you've already formed the opinion that she's not.
Yes.
Yeah. I'm the same way.
But again, I'm good at like letting it go and trusting her on that. I really am. But mentally, it's a little harder for me.
And that's where I could use a little more work, is the letting it go thing.
Yeah.
My wife is very facial when it comes to it. Like, but she doesn't realize what she's doing or whatever,
right. And see, for Amanda, she might be feeling bad, but it has nothing to do with me or with us or the situation. And then she'll be like, I'm not feeling great, but I'm fine. But hearing that I'm not feeling great, then I'm like, well, fuck, have I done something? Have I done this? I've never done. But again, I just say, okay. And then I've learned to just not fucking ask and just.
I have a bad habit of if I call my wife and it's a normal time that I would normally be calling and we talk, like, just say like the last 20 minutes, my lunch break.
But you guys talk way more on the phone than me and Amanda do.
Yeah, we talked for about 10 to 15 minutes on my lunch break at work. And it's more along the lines of, how'd you sleep last night? How are you feeling at this point in the day? How's everything going at home?
See, all that's text message for us. We do the same shit, but I just text up today.
Yeah, I don't want to take the time. I'd much rather do it over the phone.
It's so much faster to text.
It's not faster. It's I can say
it's more.
Hey, how are you feeling today?
It's more convenient to text.
See, because it's slower, it's not convenient for me.
Right. Well, my thing is, she can text me something. I can be in the middle of whatever, and I can reply back in 30, 40 minutes when I have the time, and vice versa.
Yes. If it's during my working time, I agree. I'd much rather have the text message. But my lunch break is not my working time.
Mhm.
It's more convenient to have the conversation.
Gotcha.
But yeah, so, and we'll talk for 5 minutes or so on my way home from work.
Mhm.
But then I use the rest of that time to kind of wind down or get pissed at traffic.
Yeah.
But I forget where I was going. What happened?
Letting things go.
You
She
said,
says she's
oh
fine.
yeah. That's a hard thing for me to just, her face paints the picture for what I think.
Mhm.
Oh, I know what I was gonna say. If I call my wife at a time that's a normal time for me to call, but we normally talk whatever, and she doesn't answer the phone, and especially if it goes straight, like rings once and like that hit ignore, go to
Mhm.
voicemail, my mind immediately goes to, fuck did I do last night that pissed her off?
Yeah.
And then I go, well, I didn't do anything, so why the fuck would she be mad at me?
Yeah.
I immediately go to mad.
Mhm.
And then immediately get that text message like, I'm in the bathroom, I'm doing whatever, I'm on
Yeah.
the phone,
Yeah.
whatever it is. But my mind immediately goes to that I fucked up in some way,
Right.
and I've made her mad.
Yeah. That's fine.
Yeah.
Well, that's one thing with Amanda. Like, if she's mad at me, she'll tell me right the fuck off. I'm mad at you.
No,
Like,
okay.
there's no pulling it out. There's no, hey, what's going on or whatever. Nah. Like, every now and then I can tell she's having a hard time and she may not have process. But if she's pissed, I fucking know.
What
she's
does
pissed.
she, in general, what would she be mad at you about?
It's usually little shit, and she'll be like, "Hey, I'm pissed about this," but she gets over shit really quick. She does not hold grudges. So, like, say I was like, "Oh, hey, yeah, I'm gonna take care of X, Y, and Z," and she was counting on me to do it. Like, whether it's just like the trash is fucking overflowing, even though Eli does some of that shit, but he's gone. She needs it out, so she can do some other shit, and I fucking completely forget. She'll take it out. She'll be pissed, but then it's like for 2 seconds, and it's fucking done.
Oh, I got you.
Like, there's no grudges. We don't have to stay up late talking about shit.
Yeah, we don't do that.
Right. But I just mean in general, like, she'll just be like, "Hey, this pissed me off when you did this." And I'm like, "Hey, my bad." And she's like, "Yeah, no problem." I mean, that's usually the extent of the conversation.
Well, how do you feel about the phrase "don't go to bed angry"?
Depending on what you're angry about, it depends on what you're angry about, right?
Yeah.
If it's because somebody was a snippy dick and whatever, it's like, yeah, fuck that. I'll go to bed mad. We'll talk about it tomorrow. What type of shit? But if it's like a serious thing, that it warrants the conversation. Like, there's some things that are more important than me going to sleep.
Sure,
but not many.
Yeah. I agree with that. There's some instances
Mhm.
where that's a good thing, but to say that you should never go to bed pissed off at the other person, you're gonna lose a lot of fucking sleep, especially early in your marriage.
Yeah, especially if it's your fucking problem to get mad about.
Sure.
Because there's a lot of reasons, especially when in younger people or even just more immature people, that they get mad about some shit just because they took something stupid personally, and it's a big fucking deal.
Sure.
When they
But I also find if you sleep on it, sometimes you wake up in the morning and go, I probably shouldn't have been mad about that.
Yeah.
I put too much time into that.
Yeah, but I will say legitimately, as far as Amanda goes, like, usually if she's pissed, she doesn't get mad much, honestly. She has flashes of rage, because I'll fucking be aggravating the shit out of her or something like that. But like, she doesn't get mad. She doesn't hold a grudge. Like, she very, like, things annoy her, but she'll be like, "Hey, that annoyed me." And be like, "Oh, okay." And it's a 5-minute conversation and it's fucking done. And as hard as I am to live with, like, I am a pain in the dick to live with, she rarely gets mad at me and pissed at me for shit.
Interesting.
Yep.
Okay.
But we started early on too. Like, we were both older, right? So we didn't have a lot of our relationship bad habits. So we started younger and had to unbreak as we got older.
For sure.
So we both started and we threw all the shit on the table from the get-go. And we basically had this agreement. I was like, if you tell me one thing's good or not good, I'm taking it at face value. Like, if you're pissed, tell me you're pissed. Like, I'm not playing the fucking game of figure it out. Not playing that.
It's probably a very healthy way to be honest.
And she told me the same thing, and not always perfect at it. Obviously,
for sure.
But from early on, like, so that was a big thing for us. I was like, hey, if I want to go out with Joey or something like that, and you say, yeah, I'm fine to go, I'm going to fucking go.
Yeah.
Like, if you have a problem with it, you tell me ahead of time. And I still might decide to go because I'm an individual grown human being,
Sure.
But at least then I can make an informed decision.
Yeah, for sure.
And
I know what I'm coming home to.
Yeah. And vice versa.
Yeah.
And 9 out of 10 times, we had the whole thing, and this goes both ways as well. Like, don't demand that I do shit. Like, I'm instantly going to want to do the opposite instantly.
Yeah.
And I said, no, if you want me to do something, ask me. 9 out of 10 times.
Sure.
I love you. You come first, period.
Mm-hmm.
But there's also being reasonable, right?
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. And so as a whole, we've both been pretty good about it. I mean, don't get me wrong. There's been fucking hiccups and shit along the way.
Oh, yeah.
But as a whole, she doesn't get mad much, which is fucking sweet. And most of my anger is directed. She has to calm my ass down from getting pissed at other shit. But very rarely. But I recognize too with all my other fucking mental shit, like the stability that she gives is a good thing. And so
I can see that.
I don't tend to turn that inwardly.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
So we decided earlier before we started recording that
God damn it,
your last episode of the year, your last episode
ever.
Of possibly ever. Yes. We're going to go, no matter how much is in here, we're going suicide bottle.
Yep.
And it's pretty rough looking because it's got strawberries
Dairy.
and cream,
It's that cream.
moonshine in it.
Yeah, that's horrendous. So here's what I'm thinking we should do is we should get Benny, Joel, and Evan's addresses, and we should split that bottle up into fucking fourths.
Joel's probably not drinking for an extended Lent. I mean, Benny's probably not drinking for extended Lent.
Right.
Like,
but I'm just saying,
probably told him
we should fucking get like a chilled, like dry ice type of fucking shit and mail them both some, and we all drink it together.
Yeah. That'll never happen.
It'll never happen, but I would spend the money to
send their wives a letter too.
Yeah. Hey, regardless, worth it to me.
Is it? I may reach out to Jay this week and see.
You should
see what's going on.
You should. If I'll let you know if he replies to me, but I don't think he's gonna. I think he's pissed at me.
Maybe,
which is fine. Petty, but fine.
I don't know. You don't know what he's living with.
That's true. That's true.
All right. Next week we have Stephanie, and I don't know how to pronounce her last name because it's got umlauts above the U. I don't know if it's Munch or Munch. I don't know.
She'll correct us.
Yeah, but she's from France, lives in France. She's a writer.
Yep. And
she wrote a book called Finding Sally, I think is what it is. Something Sally, but Jay Nielsen is the murderer in the book. And so she's written a couple of small, I say small, I don't know how many pages they are, but
she likes the horror shit and the murder.
She does. And for whatever reason, she likes us.
I don't know why anyone likes this, but it's a matter of time as we.
So we're gonna have to drive to France at some point.
We're
gonna have to drive to France at some point,
right? And then I'll send a letter to her husband, and then ruin the fucking thing. Yeah, that's what I.
So we'll be with Stephanie next week, and until next time, good. Give us a thumbs up on Facebook at B3F Podcast. Follow us on Twitter and Twitch at B3F Podcast. And on Instagram at B3F_podcast. YouTube has all of our videos. Support us on Patreon or buy me a coffee at B3F Podcast. Send all your questions or comments to admin at B3Fpodcast.com. Find us online at B3Fpodcast.com. Rate us and review us wherever you listen. And as always, thanks for listening.